Social media to catch up. While I do that, I'm gonna go on the page. I'm gonna go in my own Facebook and my group and put the link in. People need to click on it on Facebook. That one. Hello. There's a few come in. Good evening, all. Don't adjust your TVs. It actually is me. I look really weird, don't I? Basically, I went for a little bit of a handlebar thing. Mrs. hated it. That had to come off. And then I'm left looking like I'm going to court. Oh, you these younger brothers. Oh, I know. I look so weird. I still look in the mirror now and I'm doing that. Who the hell is that guy, Barney? Right, I'm just going on the thing so that you click on the link. Barney's already on it, look, so I can see him. Good. Right, I'm just clicking the links, look. So anyone that's on Facebook, you can click on these links or come out of here and click on the link in the post, and then it gives your Facebook privacy permission, etc. So I'm just going in that one as well. Please click on here so that everyone can click on that. Let me paste that. There we go. Evening, Stephen. 20 years younger. Don't encourage me to have no beard. Hi, Martin. How's it going? Oh, a few more come on. Oh, brilliant. Good evening, Lee. Here's my first one I can help, whoever that is. I've been putting these links in the comments. So anyone on Facebook, if you look out for these comments about the StreamYard.com Facebook, click on that, and then it gives your privacy permission to use your name and then be able to see it. People on YouTube like Martin, look, don't need to worry about it, but then you'll come up look like Stephen and Barney. So when you quote or make a comment, I know who it is. Evening, Jimmy. So Jimmy's all good. Not sure who that is. So you're one that needs to click on the link, hopefully. Tell your story about Scotland versus Norway, the pipe band. Whoever that is, hopefully they'll click on the link as well. Looking through the comments, look for my name in there. Click on that link, any of you guys and girls on Facebook, and then hopefully I'll be able to see your name and quote you to the man. I haven't put him on 2 minutes yet. I like to try and sort you guys out on Facebook first so we can see all your names. I'll just double check now as well if there's any people trying to get into my group. And the man has got the link. How is everyone anyway? I'm doing a live draw tomorrow night on the American Ryan Villapoto signed motocross jersey. That's all sold out. Might as well let you guys know while we're waiting a minute and a few people sorting out their accounts on the Facebook. Good evening, Peter. You're all sorted. Mr. John Crook, how's it going? He's all sorted. And John Stevens, beautiful. Even a very clean-cut face. Looking forward to hearing from Bert. Yes. I'm surprised you all know it's me. 100%. I'm all worried what he's going to say to me, Barney. Oh, ouch. Whoever said that? Being completely neutral on that. We know what things are these days. I don't want to say anything either way. Did you end up gay for a while? Do you mean happy or? Whoever that is, you need to click on my link as well. Oh, you're all right, Tiffany. Beautiful. She's ready and waiting. Rusty nails. So yeah, so any of you guys and girls that are coming on Facebook, just scroll through some of the comments and you should see my link in there like that. You click on that and then it gives your privacy permission on your Facebook to use your name. So hopefully most of you will get on that. And then I'll be able to see your name when you come up on, like, quote you on the screen and stuff to Bert and stuff like that. So got some speedway comps that are coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 6 speedway comps coming up. You may have seen that I did the OV Funding signed race jacket. That one went all good, which actually I've got to post up the video of the winner that sent me a video of it in his little man cave. So I'll put that up as well, ex-speedway rider. I've got a Golden Hammer trophy that I'm going to be putting out. Oh, there's one more. Hopefully you'll click on my link, scroll through the comments, and you'll find that somewhere. And click on that, gives you privacy permission. So I'm going to do a Golden Hammer trophy competition. Jano Pedersen signed frame picture from when he won the world title, and I've confirmed it with him, which obviously I'll put up with the posts that it was his signature. I'll just double checked before I purchase the item. And I've got a nice Ivan Major signed book. It's all full of pictures and lots of stats and all that. It's really cool. Signed by Ivan himself. And I've also got a Barry Briggs book that was signed by him himself as well. Again, another sort of big annual thing with loads of pictures and loads of goodies in there. So that's cool as well. And I've got Chris Pusey's jacket here, which I think I've got a picture. I did see one earlier that I've got a picture of one that Bert looks like he's wearing something similar. Maybe from a different year, but it looks very similar to the one I've got here. Oh, I did see it. Where is it? Can't find it now, can I? Now I want to show you. Oh, there it is. It's not in colour, but right. There it is, look. So that looks something similar. And as you can see, because it's got that stripe in it, look, that they all had, and it's like a sort of a waterproofy feel to it. And if I take the picture off, get that up to the camera, you can see it's got a Australia and New Zealand badge and with the England line. So I'm presuming it was a like a tour jacket, like a jacket they wore on tour. And I have seen a few of them, and I have got a few pictures of Chris Pusey wearing the jacket in some pits and things like that. So that's Chris Pusey's England jacket, tour jacket, whatever you want to call it. So that's going to be in a competition soon as well. Then I've got a program board that a fan painted of my Uncle Martin Ashby, and that's signed by Martin. Also, I got Barry Briggs to sign it at the recent Swindon reunion, and a picture of him signing it and stuff like that. Mike Broadbank signed it, and Phil Crump, so that's really cool as well. So yeah, I'm going to be getting all those comps out very soon, and I'll put them in the Facebook groups and things like that. And hopefully you guys get some numbers with me, and then someone can have a cool prize. We can have a bit of fun as well. On all them competitions, I'm not going to do any more than 60 numbers, so the odds are pretty decent as well, especially if you have a couple of numbers. So I'll be posting that up probably tomorrow with one of those Speedway ones. I'll start, because I'm doing a live draw tomorrow on a signed shirt as well. So I will put Bert on the 2-minute time allowance in a minute. He's not late, don't worry. Good evening. So you've sorted yours out. Is that Eric? I don't want to pronounce that right. Evening, Bob. Bob's all sorted on the Facebook as well. So it looks like most of you are pretty prepared now. So anyone that's coming on the Facebook, either on the Facebook group, my Facebook page, or anything like that, scroll through these comments, or just come out of the video, click the link. There's a blue link on the post before you come into the post, come into the video. Jesus. And you click, or you can just go through these comments and click on these, and it gives your Facebook privacy permission to use your name, and then I can quote you on the screen. If you're on YouTube, like Susan here, you won't need to bother. Hi Susan, hope you're good. From Eastbourne. Always speak to my buddy pretty much every other day, Mr. Floppy, Dave Norris. So that's really good. Good evening, Peter. Hi Stuart and Adele, hope you're good. Definitely going to be coming down to the Oxford next season. I've been a couple of times. I went to the opening night. I went a couple of times this season gone. Saw the Chargers and the Cheetahs in the Championship. Now they're in the Premiership. What was it? The Premiership, the Championship, and flipping out. I forgot what that league's called now. There's my brother. Look, told you about the court thing. I already quoted that at the start, Jay. Bit slow, buddy. Someone even said, "Is that your younger brother on?" Barney said. I said I'm going to court with my new shaved face. I'm surprised they even recognise me. Well, they wouldn't have, would they, if I'd have walked past them like this? But yeah, the growth has already started. I shall be back to normal, looking 106. Someone said I look 20 years younger, so I can't keep it like this, like I look like I'm going to court every day. All good, my friend. So I'll see you at the Oxford. That's what I was getting at. Definitely. Maybe Jamie will come down as well to the Oxford. Quite a few people I've spoken to are going to come down there. Talk about Oxford. Mr. Pryor, how's it going? Sure he'll be down the Speedway when you add him. That's it. Oxford Spires. That's the Premiership team, isn't it, Sophie? Hope you're good. Those guys are always down there. Evening, Christopher. Definitely said about the court at the start, so that's it. What's the league again for that the Chargers are in? I forgot the bloody name of the league because they've changed it so many times, isn't it? It's been Elite League of the top league, Premiership, and now the second league's the Championship, the top league's the Premiership. What is the third league? What is that called again? Because it used to be called National League, didn't it? I don't know. A bit confusing. They keep changing it. Yeah, you're all good, Paul. I can see you, my friend, on YouTube. Got in there before Baz. Yeah. Bert is my all-time Speedway hero. I cleaned his bike when he was at Sheffield. He still has not paid me. Oh, we're definitely bringing that up. Yeah, I know the Premiership one. Whoever that is, hopefully you'll click on my link. Go through the comments. Get on that link there. Click on it, and then it'll give you your privacy permission, and I can see you. I'm talking to. That's it. National Development League. That's it. Thank you very much. So the Chargers are in the National Development League. The Cheetahs are in the Championship. And then the Spires, isn't it? Is that what we just called it, wasn't it? Oxford Spires, yeah, is the new Premiership team with Magic. Magic's there. Who else? I forgot already. I know the Championship team's got Mr Masters and that again. I've done a live on here if you want to check that out with him. Scotty Nichols, all them guys. Very good team again. And then who's in the flipping new team? Lost it already. Completely lost it. Hope Bert won't swear as much as Billy did. Yeah, Mr Hamill did like a little bit of a cuss, didn't he? As you can imagine, I'll take that man however I can, for sure. Oh, Mr Bert Harkins is having trouble getting on. Chris Harris? Oh, of course it is. Chris Harris, Bombers in the team as well. And I'm getting Chris Harris on in the next week or two as well. Mark, you get about, mate. How's it going, Mark? Hope Wild Tracks, Chippenham, practice tracks going good. Probably don't even recognise me, mate, with the beard shaved off. Yeah, I do live interviews on the Speedway and the Motocross Mark. So my dad and my uncle both race Speedway. So I was sort of at Swindon Speedway from about a day old. So yeah, I won't get into that. My mum's on live, but yeah, should have been a Speedway rider for Swindon at 16, eh, mum? Wanted to sign me and all that, but no, we went off and carried on with motocross. So Princess Jackie is on, is she, mum? You doing a Christmas tree? I know you were around there having your tea, weren't you, and doing the Christmas tree? Is Mr. Allen on, Sophie? How is he? Check out Robin Allen Media. I know he's always down at Oxford. Magic. Right, so we need to sort out Bert, don't we? That's it. Nikolai Clint. Right. Yeah, Chris Harris, Tungate. Yes, okay. Hopefully you'll click on my link, my friend. Just click on go scroll through the comments and find it on here. Look. Right, let me just get hold of my man, Mr. Harkins. Right. Maybe he might need to update something. Well, if you were on a laptop or a PC, I think it updates something to do with Chrome, but I'm just checking what Bert's on. You had to click on at 1/4 past, Bert, so 16 minutes past. So you're now on the 2-minute time allowance. All right, brilliant, Sophie. Hope he's good. Yes, you are, Nigel. How's it going? Fantastic news as well for Birmingham. We were just talking about Oxford into the new Premiership, and Birmingham are back as well. So definitely going to get down there to see Jill and Andy Graham. So definitely we'll be making a couple of trips down to Birmingham as well, and sit on Andy Graham's favourite chair in his living room and maybe sleep there for the night. Mobile phone. Okay. Yo, Lee, how's it going? Evening, Bob. Hopefully you'll click on my link and then I can see your name. Quite a few of the guys and girls are doing that, so we're looking pretty good tonight. Click on that link, scroll through and find it. Right. What phone are you on, Bert? I know obviously it works on an iPhone, but I don't know what phone you've got. I'm going to say, can use PC, laptop. I did send you the instruction things, Bert. But we've thrown ourselves off, haven't we, with this rearranged fixture. I was in like some sort of jail for 6 years. 6 years? Felt like 6 years. 6 days with no Facebook for me. Mrs. mugging me off, writing on the Facebook, all have a nice rest, everyone. No posting from me for 6 days. Andy had the number 8 race jacket on Friday. Oh, awesome. Oh, he won that, did he? Reckon we should get Mr. Graham to sign it up and get it on the wall behind me. I talked to Jill. I'll ask Jill. She's like a second mum to me now. Doug Wire. We've got another legend on. Hope you're good, Doug. Might have to get you in a minute, Doug, for a chat. Evening, Duncan. Morning, Mr. Edmonds. It's very early. You what we're going to do now, Celebrity Jungle's finished. Stuart here lives in Australia now. Hello, Ma. There he is. Hello, Robin. How's it going? Hope you're good, my friend. Just talking about Oxford. I know you're always down Oxford doing your Speedway Star stuff and your media and everything. Hope you're good, mate. Check that out as well. Robin Allen Media. He's got a Facebook page and stuff on there. No, he wouldn't take it off. Jill made him take it off. Well, if it's a new one, I guess we need to get it signed up, and I'll say, look, we need some background stuff. We're going to put that Chris Pusey jacket, by the way, into a competition as well. Yeah, look, Barney's looking to get down to Birmingham. I'm definitely going to come down a couple of times this year. Going to get myself down to Oxford a bit. Awesome. Thanks, Dougie. We'd definitely like to have another chat with you. It'd be good. But I'm trying to get Bert on. Clicked on. We need to get Bert on a satellite. Hopefully we're going to get Bert on. We've got loads of people on now. Just about to go to work. Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Edmonds. I'm sure it's we can't have too much sympathy because I'm sure it's a lot warmer in Australia. Isn't it their summer at this time of year, really? Barney, I'll match you with a shirt. Hi, Frank. Hopefully you're good. This man's got loads of memorabilia, some mental stuff. I've also spoke to Nicky Pedersen the other day, by the way, Frank, and because he said I could have a date in December. It's looking like January now. It's going to be a New Year thing. Did speak to Chris Harris because he asked me about one of my competition bike raffles that I'm going to be doing. So going to get Chris Harris on the next week or two. Don't forget, I've got to do a Christmas special with John Davis. That'll be fun. I've also got to rearrange Richard Knight. Got to message him again. And speaking of loads of riders, I spoke to Amanda Castagna again, and he said now he's going to have to wait till the new year. He's doing loads of meetings and all that with the FIM, so been chasing him up. He's not paid for his electric bill. Yes, 100%, Alan. It's good to see you. I know you've got a nice little cheeky spot there, haven't you, at that start line? My missus would like to stand there if she comes and watch. That's where she likes to watch, right in line with the gate. She likes the old, when they turn to the side and look. 33 degrees. Trying to make us feel sorry for him as well. Hi, Peter. Another Speedway rider, Mr. Prinslow. Hope you're good. Hopefully you can click on this link, Peter, and then I'll be able to see your name. If you just scroll up through the comments, you'll see the link, and then I'll be able to see who you are. Just trying to see if there's anyone else. There's one there. Hopefully they'll click on the link as well. There you go. There's Robin's social medias that he's just put in the comments. I think that's his Facebook. Is that Twitter? They call it X now, whatever. Isn't it? I'm on Twitter as well. MX Speedway. I think I am on Twitter. MX and Speedway Memories on Instagram. Yes, I'd love to get him. Love to get him, mate. Obviously, it was a massive tragedy when his son was killed in America where they live, so hence I've left that for quite a while. He was definitely one of my heroes at Swindon, but yeah, I just wanted to be a bit careful with that, and I will hopefully contact him soon, and hopefully he's okay. Hopefully you can get sorted out, whether that's laugh out loud in. Hailey, I think you may have to interview Wire the Flyer, and I am having problems connecting. Oh no. Oh no. So basically, you can either come out of this video, whoever that is, and then you'll look on the link on the post, and there's like a blue link, and it says click on here. I'll show you. Look, while I'm seeing what's happening with Bert. We're having fun tonight, aren't we? Getting sorted out. Come on, Bert. Come on down. Right. So same, for instance, in my Motocross and Spear Memories group. Look. So you'll see the video, because I know everyone just automatically goes straight into the video, but if you see there, look, I'm going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to see your name and click on that blue link. That's what I've copied and pasted into the comments right at the start. So if you scroll right up to the top on the comments, hopefully you're on my page or Facebook group or whatever, click on that, and then it should give your Facebook permission, and then I should be able to see your name like so. Otherwise it just comes up like that, look, Facebook user. It's a bit of a bummer when you want to quote someone and stuff like that. Right, but don't leave your phone near me. Hey Tina, hope you're good. Oh, beautiful. There you go, Lainey. I'm not sure if Lainey's on live. She's in the other room. She does love standing by the start, Alan. I saw you had a nice little cheeky spot there when Mr Cox let me go on this centre green with some Oxford legends. That was really cool. Right, let me talk to Bert a minute. He's definitely excluded now, isn't he? What are we, like? Yeah. Hopefully you're on your... I'm trying to talk to you on message now, Mr Harkins, if you can hear me. I'll talk to you on WhatsApp as well in case he goes on there better. It's a bummer if he's not got his phone. Has he got? I just said to him, you can come on an iPad, PC, personal computer, as long as it's got the old webcam thing on the top. That's why I just use my laptop, because it's got the camera right there. Look, already on there. You can just leave it. Hope we're going to get on, Mr. Harkins. Hopefully we can get Bert on. Yes, you're on, Nigel. Just talking about you just a minute ago at the start. I said I got to post your video up. I can't even speak. Shave my beard off. It's all gone wrong. Yeah, Nigel won the signed Ovi Funding race jacket, and he's put it in his nice little man cave with some cool Speedway memorabilia and stuff like that. So I have got a video from him. Maybe we should get it on and play it while we're waiting. Get a bit of entertainment up. I actually could do that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. While Bert's messaging me, I'm going to try to... Basically, it's not easy. I have to send it to Lainey, which she loves. She actually calls me a user, and I send her a video. So then I save it onto the... Then I go on Facebook on my laptop, then save it to the computer. Then you have to put it into StreamYard like that. So I'm just going to try and see, where did I put that video? Or did I save that video, Nigel? I'm not sure. So hopefully we're going to get the man on. We're going to save this video from Nigel. There it is. Save. Right. And I'm going to go to Laney. I'm going to try and put this on a minute while because Nigel won. Right, that's loading on there. I'm going to go onto the Facebook. Right, what's he saying now, Mr. Harkins? He said he's not on an iPhone. It is a Scottish Okai phone. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Bert. Oh, dear. I see. See ya. Oh, nightmare. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I'm like that. Who else is with you? What else have they got? Who else? Oh, everyone's been looking forward to this one as well. And we've rearranged it. Oh, dear. I'm going on Facebook now to save this video so we can watch Nigel with his winning signed shirt. Hopefully it's going to come up. Come on, Bert, you can do it. You can do it. Right, hopefully. That's if it let me download this video. We're going to try. So I've got a video ready to start this interview. It might tell me now I've got too much stuff on here, probably. Yeah, whoa, you've got a lot of files. Each brand is limited to 100 images and videos, and I have got a lot of images of the man we're trying to get on. Come on, Bert. Yeah. Hopefully, whoever that is, hopefully you can get yourself logged on as well. Right, more news on Oxford Spurs, Oxford Chargers, and Plymouth Gladiators in the next issue of PSR, which is out on this Thursday. Okay, thanks, Robin. So it sounds like there's going to be a cool issue this week. I think, yeah, it always comes out on a Thursday, doesn't it? I think a lot of the local agents do it, WH Smiths, all these sorts of people tend to do it. It's really, very often, there's lots of words. I like your gear all there that you've got on in your profile pitch. Yeah, I'm trying anything. Oh, damn. Nightmare. What have I called you, Bert? On here. Oh, there you go. I won't put your number on there. Speedway legend. Hopefully he's going to be able to get on. I've just said that as well. Anyone up now? Oh, no. So it don't look like Bert has got a PC or a laptop or an iPad in the house. I'm presuming it has to be probably a more modern phone. Preben, how's it going? I'll have to get you on for a live as well. I'd like to do that. I'd love to find out all your pictures of your career and everything. Remember you very well at Wolves, and be cool to get you on, Preben. Oh, what a nightmare. Oh, we've got hundreds of pictures on here ready to go as well. Nightmare. Oh, they don't stock it anymore. So, not what I said about WH Smiths. Tell him Scott goggles I bought 30 years ago just broke. I want my money back. Yeah, he's just got no internet. He's in them. He's at the top of them hills, isn't he, with snow across the top of them. That's the only time I've driven up on my own. I drove all the way up there with like an American pickup style truck, all the way. Can't remember exactly, but put it this way: when I got to Glasgow, I still had 17 miles to go, so I don't know exactly where it was, but I did see a football ground, Scottish football ground, where I was. I took it all the way up there, and yeah, as soon as I got near Scotland, I see the old snow on the hills and all that. Ah, highly. I know. I look weird, mate. Still freaking me out. I see myself in a mirror and I do that like, who the hell is that guy? I think we need to get the beard back and look a bit bizarre. Could be quite stealth with it though. Do that like that. No one will know who I am. Definitely telling him that one. Ah, so Bert's got nothing else there. Oh, Bert. Bert, I thought you'd have been all into all the mod cons, Bert. Oh, that's why he's not doing the selfies, is it? Barney, sort him out. Ah, you're all sorted out, Mr. Jacob there. Lee, my name is not coming up. Just saw the last post. Said Facebook user. Yeah. So if you scroll up through the comments here, hopefully you can see where I've posted a link, or you come out of this video, go on the post that this video's on. There should be a blue link in the post to click on, and it will look like that in blue. So you can either scroll up to these comments that I've posted a couple of comments you can click on, and then it should give you Dixie Dean's all sorted. How's it going, mate? Not too bad, thank you. You? Bar, I'm looking like I'm going to court with my completely shaved face. I have to get the beard back. I don't even recognise myself, letting alone anything else. Bit bizarre, isn't it, when you do that in the morning? You know, wash your face and all that, and clean your teeth. Look in the mirror. And you're like, whoa, someone's broke in. Um, yeah, actually, I possibly could do that. Not a bad shout. Do you want to make it a text interview, Bert? Now, Bert, I text quickly, but I'm not sure you'll be as fast as I like to do it. Ask Dave Norris. I've texted him about 3 times before he's even replied. Maybe we can do a phone call one like I did for Peter Collins. I did so basically I got him on a loudspeaker on an actual speaker. We could see how it is on a phone. I could ring you. Yeah, we'll try that. I think we might as well just go for it, and we might as well try it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see Bert's face if we do it this way, but we've got to take it how we can, aren't we? It was like good. We've had a good over 70 odd people on here live at one time, so it'd be nice if we could just do it. I can still show you the pictures. Yeah, I can still show you all the pictures I've got to go through and stuff, but I just won't be able to show Bert it. Bit of a bummer because we like to talk on details on the pictures and everything else like that as well. I could do it. I could put him on loudspeaker and I'll put it right there. See if we can hear that, or I'll run off and get a speaker and do like I did with Peter Collins. Peter wasn't too keen on being on the screen, so I did that one like that. I had a speaker here. We asked him questions and did it that way. But yeah, I think he'd. I can definitely ring him. We could try it and see it like that, or I can Bluetooth it to a speaker. Hopefully this person will click on as well. Right, let me just Do you know what? I've got some goggles here as well, but I've got Oakley ones. So I thought I might better not put them on. Oh, imagine. Comes on, I was going to say Scottish goggles then. Maybe that's why you like Scott. Right, let's try and ring him and see how this goes, shall we? Should we try it? Right, I've got my phone on flat out. I've got a new iPhone because I just upgraded my contract. So I've got the latest phone, so the speaker's quite loud, I would say.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about this. I mean, I could see you, but I couldn't actually get logged into it.
Oh, it's weird. Yeah, normally on the phone, so you click on that link and then it normally brings you in. So yeah, but I don't know what phone you've got. Maybe it's got to be an iPhone of some sort or something like that. I think it's got to be like Android.
Yeah. I've got you actually. I've now gone to the computer, but it doesn't have a camera.
Oh,
but I could see your handsome face on the TV here.
Oh, right. So you can see. So even when I put a picture up, you'll be able to see the pictures like so. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see you. Yep. Oh yeah, the Jimmy, Mike, and myself, and the.
Perfect. So you can even see the pictures. So that's good. So we'll do it like this. Okay, I'll just check with everyone online. Can you all hear Bert okay with this how it is on the speaker? Can you hear him all okay? Let me know in the comments. I can hear him okay. Are you watching it on? What are you watching it on, Bert?
I've now got you on the computer, but I'm talking in the telephone.
Yeah. So if you could just turn the volume off of the computer though, because it's coming back on us.
I've turned off. I can't hear you now.
So you can just turn the volume down, but you can still see me, so you can see pictures. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, then you can still. Yeah. Then you can still see the pictures when I put them up, so we can discuss them. But then we're not getting the background noise. Yeah. Perfect. So, yeah, I think we can all hear you. So we'll get going then.
Okay. Have you got an interpreter? Yeah.
Interpreter. No, I can understand you just fine. Can you understand me? All right.
Yeah, no problem.
You've had to deal with plenty of English wallies over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Ouch. Right then, Bert, so what have you been up to in the last few years then? Obviously, we know you went into your business after Speedway, Bert Harkins Racing. I remember it well as a youngster in motocross myself. I know Dad, I'm sure he got a Premier helmet off you that I had 95, I think we discussed the other day. So what have you been doing over the last few years? What have you been up to?
Oh, still involved a bit with Speedway, very much into the World Speedway Association, Riders Association. That's going very well, actually.
Yep.
That was initially, that was initially founded just for riders only, but now it's opened up into, supporters as well, associate members. So that keeps us busy. We've got a lot of things going on. I still follow a lot of the tracks, mostly Oxford's the closest one now, and sometimes the Grand Prix as well. So, as I say, once you retire from business, you're busier than ever.
Yeah, seems to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, Bert, because it's great to see all the spear riders all in contact with the fans and stuff on social media, so it can be used for good as well.
I've just seen Peter Shocks.
Yes.
Up there, but
talking about Oxford, I thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah, that's right. Anyways, as I say, when we finish the business itself, as you see, you got a Premier helmet, or your dad got a Premier helmet for me, and I hope I charge the full price actually, but I'll have to see. We had that in Scott goggles and a Jervis plastic, so quite a lot of things going on there.
I'll just put a picture of you up on there. Bert Harkins Racing, look.
Crikey, that's a gold loaded. £10.50 for that. They were really good shirts, those Bell shirts.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that sort of hard-wearing canvas material, really. But, yeah, well, we had that little shop in Berkhamsted, and then we had to move out to larger warehouse premises in Luton out that way. But,
I just had Preben Eriksson just come on, and he said stick some Scott goggles on, and then I'm sure he'll come on. And I said I have actually got some Oakley goggles in the back of here, so I thought I didn't really want to put them on.
No, we had quite a lot of speedway riders and motocross riders in Scotland.
Yeah.
And at one time, almost everybody was wearing Scott goggles.
Oh, I've got a good one here. I've got a good one here for you, Bert. Actually, because I did show this. I did show this to the man the other day on WhatsApp. There he is, Mr. Chris Louis. Look.
Oh yeah. That's at one of the motorcycle shows,
Yeah.
and was Chris with Premier Hill was in Scott goggles. So that's quite nice.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Yeah, I did send it to him, and he was like, yeah, he remembered it all, and yeah, I remembered him with that white one that he had as well.
Yeah, that's right. No, nice, good helmets actually, very good. So, but
yeah, they were.
And the goggles are even better.
Yeah. So there's Colin Richardson's just come on. He's going to be boasting how hot it is over in Dubai that he is. He's just put, "Hi Haggis, how's things going?
Oh, yeah.
Long time no see."
That's true. Hello, Colin. How are you doing? He's in Spain, is that right? He's in Spain?
No, he's in Dubai. Dubai.
Oh, I knew it somewhere. Yeah, by Dubai.
Yeah. He's been. I was talking to him, and he's been going all over the world. He's just going to India and places like that to do all his work. It's like going to mad places. Very good. So hopefully we can get him on soon as well. Gary Stead's just said evening, fellas, as well. We've got.
Hi, Gary. He's one of our WSLA ambassadors, along with Barney Kennett.
Yeah.
Be very careful. They're going around trying to recruit new members all the time.
Yeah.
Twisting your arm behind your back just to get you to join.
I'll let everyone know that I am a member as well, so get yourself involved.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I'll always keep that going. And like I said, I've got to get down in the new year. I've got to come down to the museum and the wildlife park and all that. And
yeah, let me know when you're coming. We'll put the red carpet out for you.
Like I said to you, I'd love to put a plaque up with Dad and stuff, and I'll sort that out with you and stuff. That'd be really.
Done as well. We've got the memorial garden there, and lots of plaques and benches for riders have passed away. So it's quite nice, actually.
Yeah, I'd love to do that for Dad as well. So that'd be cool. We'll sort that out as well. We've got lots of people. Yep.
No, I was going to say what we do with the WSLE. We're still involved with a lot of the injured riders, and we're a charity anyway, so we try to help the Benevolent Fund and the injured riders and different things like that. And this year we helped, as you said, the Oxford Chargers give for the young lads to help them get tires and stuff into the bikes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's a membership fees all going a very good cause right around.
Yeah, 100%. I'm always going to do that as well. I've got might have to get myself another sticker because I just got rid of my car, so I had a nice sticker in there as well. So I'm going to have to try and get another one.
We've got that out, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I had that in the window as well. Just got Jimmy here on YouTube. He's put, "My dad wants to ask Bert, how did he find the Wembley track? And did he ever like racing at Cradley Heath? And how tough was the Soviet and Polish riders back in the 60s and 70s? So we've got 3 there for you.
Yeah, okay, Jimmy. How I found the Wembley track, I came down to the end of the M1 and turned round onto the North Circular, and I found it there. But seriously, the track was very good. I enjoyed it there. It had long, straight, tight corners, which I preferred. And Cradley Heath, that was nice to ride as well, once you could find the track, because even the local people that lived around there didn't know where the track was. So you spent most of the time trying to find the track.
Oh, Jesus. Is that hard, is it?
And the other question was about the European riders, the Polish and Russians. They were very hard to ride against, pretty tough. But if you beat them, you knew that you'd been riding quite well that night. And the photos that's just come up is from Wembley. On the outside there is Newton Hutton, who unfortunately just passed away last week, really. In the middle is Tony Clark and some guy with the white boots. I think he's Scottish.
Now we're speaking about it. How did you come up with that idea then? Because you must have had to have done that every time after a meeting, I'm gathering.
What was that with the white boots?
Yeah. Put the whites. What was it that you put on him?
Well, what it was, I mean, years ago, when I was a kid watching Speedway, all the Exeter team had white boots and they stood out quite well. And later on, Ollie Nygren also had white boots. And one of the years I went to Australia, I was in a sort of horse a shop that sold all the stuff for horses, all the equipment, and they could make boots made to measure. So I thought, be a wee bit different, I'll get a pair made in white. So they were made to measure white leather. But as you can imagine, it's quite hard to keep clean, and I must have used a few gallons of Kiwi white over the years. I should have been sponsored by them. Really.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, for sure. But they definitely did stand out, and it all adds to part of the character. We all love characters in the sport as well, so it definitely was a cool thing as well. There's another better picture as well.
Yeah. I mean, with the white boots. The only problem with all this, with wearing white boots and tattered leathers and wearing a kilt over the top of your leathers, that was fine if you were scoring points. But if you did that and you had a bad beating, you didn't have to feel embarrassed.
Yeah. I've got a good picture for you here. What's going on there?
But that was a press practice day at Wembley, and the track was not ready, so we couldn't ride on the track. And there happened to be a big hole there, so the photographers asked me, just to jump in the hole. I was trying to get to Australia on the cheap.
Oh, brilliant.
Actually, I thought that Trevor Redwood had dropped a 50 pence piece. I was just trying to find it.
Oh, did you?
Not really. But the problem with Wembley is really good to ride for, because they Wembley attracted a lot of sponsorship from outside of Speedway. They just wanted to be involved in naming Wembley. But the downside was that we couldn't ride there until we could ride there until the football season had finished. So we had quite a short season compared with all the other tracks.
Yeah.
Well, in those days you had to go through like 3 World Championship rounds to qualify to the next round, the next one.
Yeah.
And the Wembley riders, did not have a home meeting, for the World Championship. So we had to ride all our meetings away from home, which is a bit of a disadvantage, but we did okay.
I see there as well. I like the tartan even on the helmet there as well. Is that a bow as well?
Yeah. Well, my good friend in Glasgow, Norman Christie, that grew up together, is a bit of an artist. And every year that I got a new bell helmet from America, Norman would paint the tartan onto the helmets. So I've got maybe about 6 or 7 of these helmets in the Speedway Museum at Paradise Park, all with different tartans painted on them. And it's all hand done and very well done too.
That's very smart. Very good. I love them red leathers as well.
Yeah, and looking at the leathers in that photograph, they were special made-to-measure ones that we got. But this was on the press day, so unfortunately, apart from Dave Jessup, everyone else's leathers were too small. So I couldn't wear them to race, so we had to sort of send them back. But DJ was okay because they all fitted him. He was small enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he end up having sort of 7 pairs then? Brilliant. Got a classic one here. Duncan Pemberton just put, tell him the Scott goggles I brought 30 years ago just broke. I want my money back.
Okay, well, it probably cost me 10 shillings all that time ago.
Yeah,
so
10 shillings. Yeah.
I'll send him a 50p piece.
Oh, I thought I might get a couple of good jokes.
That was the problem with Scott goggles. They lasted so long that once you sold them, you didn't sell so many more.
I love that. Right, I got Susan Bratchell. Is that Bratchy or Bratchy? Bratchy, I think that is. Yeah, Bratchy. Yep. She's put, Bert, help my brother at Reading in the late 70s till he had a nasty accident. Trevor Atkins. Bert was great. Yes, can hear Bert. All a bit of feedback.
Yeah, I remember Trevor. Yeah, but wasn't. It's never good to have an accident at all in Speedway. And in those days, there weren't any air fences, so any crashes you had were usually pretty bad ones. But yeah, I hope Trevor sort of recovered okay after that.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Susan, let us know. Got John Crook here. Just put, Bert, in my shed, I've got a 4-valve Brigo. Am I right in saying you used to ride one?
I did have a 4-valve Brigo. A bit of, well, maybe, I don't know if I should tell this story, but I used it in South Africa, and I couldn't get it to run properly. And it's so bad that when we come home, I left it in South Africa with one of our friends to use an anchor for a speedboat, you know.
Because you did win something in South Africa, because I had it written down on a question somewhere.
Yeah, I did. I won the South African Championship.
That's it. What was that like? That must have been an experience.
Yeah, it was very good to race there, but it was during the apartheid time, so in the crowd, the black supporters had to be one side and the whites at the other, so that wasn't so nice, really. But the story behind that was that we went out to ride at Johannesburg, Wembley in Johannesburg, and then there was no Speedway over Christmas, so we had some rental cars, so we toured down to Cape Town and had a look around South Africa. When we come back, the Speedway had closed, and the promoter there still owed us some money for our fares, you see. So we went to stake out his house like MI5. Eventually, well, we did have a meeting with the promoter in his house, and it was getting a little bit heated. And he pulled out a revolver out of his pocket, put it on the desk. He said, "Boys," he said, "this meeting is over." So that was it.
Jesus. Bloody hell.
Yeah, and as we left, we had to go out through the garage, and on the wall of the garage, there was a photograph of all the riders from the program, and there's all bullet holes in it. He'd use it as target practice.
Jesus.
So, it's fun and games, but But when the promoter actually had gone bust, so we'd no money. So we formed a syndicate with like Alec Hewson, Nigel Close, quite a few others, Peter Prinsloo, and we ran the championship ourselves, the South African Championship. So we were riders and promoters at the same time, but it worked out okay. It did, kept going very well. And by winning the championship, to show how broke we were, we had got sponsorship around the city, and Alec Hewson managed to convince a jeweler to load us this huge silver trophy because it was all televised, so we got TV advertising too. Anyway, I won this big trophy, but then I had to hand it back the next morning and get a little small one instead. So.
Brilliant. I've got Gary Stedlet's just come on. He's put, what a wonderful man. So happy to have him as our proud member of the World Riders. He does a wonderful job, absolute legend, full of colour as a rider too.
Oh, thank you very much, Gary. Crikey, you're the guy that we all look up to. You know, people like you and Graham Biles and Joe Owen, and I mean, the rest of you have done such a fantastic job in difficult circumstances. So you're the boys that we all look up to.
We need to get you on here, Gary, as well. I've been chasing Steady for a while.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
we'll have a bit of fun. Right, we looks like you've got to settle an argument here from Jimmy. Just put, could Bert settle an argument for me? I know they had racing at Hampden Park, but was there any meetings held at Celtic Park? I think there was, but a few have said no.
I think originally, which was a wee bit before my time, it was the 1920s, I believe they did have a meeting at Celtic Park. Right back at the beginning when High Beach was starting. Probably Jim Henry, who's the statistician, he would know exactly the date. But I'm quite sure there was something at Celtic Park. And the meeting we had at Hampden, it was very good, but the stadium was so big that the supporters got lost in the crowd. You lost a lot of the atmosphere.
Yeah. Was the track good there? Was it quite big as well?
It was a big track. It was quite good, but people like Jimmy Millen and Charlie Bum were very hard to beat right there. And when you went up, down the back straight into the third corner, there was no lights on the third corner, so you went into the dark and then back out to the light again.
Bloody hell. Jesus.
But I was okay because I went to night school. I could see in the dark.
Yeah, you can see your boots anyway. Oh, right, who we got here? We got Duncan as well. Just said, if you ever buy a bike from Tony Clark, if you know, you know.
I know.
Okay. What's the joke there then?
Well, when I had the motorcycle at Wembley, the Russian bikes went missing, you see. And I had my car with the bike, just one bike on the bike rack in the back, and I was parked outside the pits. And I'd go for a cup of tea, and when I come back, there's these big hefty fellas taking my bike off the back of my car. And it turns out it was Russians, and they were borrowing my bike, to make up for the ones that had disappeared of their own. So in the end, I said, okay, you could ride my bike. And that is the actual bike you see in the photograph that's going up in the air across the top of Barry Briggs when Barry lost his finger.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Barry, it was my bike that caused all that. When Barry had the crash with Bernie Person, and one of the Russians ran over the top of Barry.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the bike launched straight up over the safety fence.
Oh, not good. I've got Lawrence Hare's just put, hi Lee, hi Bert, see you Jimmy, do you still have a wig? Might have to get that picture up.
I do actually, Lawrence, and very fortunately you can't see me on this video now because I was going to wear it just for Lee's interview, but I thought better. He's found it. He's got it.
Look, he's got the polo shirt as well. Look, so we'll get rid of it.
Well, what happened was my wife Edith reckoned that I've done it so often I shouldn't do it again. So it was a case of almost DIVORCE if I carried on.
Well, there we go. At least we got it in anyway, Bert. So.
Yeah, and I hope you noticed the shirt that I'm wearing there is WSA.
Yeah, I just said that as well. That you got the polo shirt on there as well, representing.
Yep.
There you go,
also, that's it. All for sale in the museum.
That's it. Yeah. I'll have to get myself some wear as well. Actually, I could rock the polo shirt as on an interview.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see what we can do with that.
Barney just said you're his hero.
Actually, I think it's me that gave Barney the name of the selfie king. He's certainly living up to it. Everywhere he goes, he's taking photographs. It was the same as Bert Harkins.
Right, so he's asked here, ask Bert how he and Edith changed drivers in the white Merc without stopping. I've heard a few of these.
Well, I better not say because, MI5 may be watching or something, but what used to happen was these long trips, like my wife Eden used to come with me, and on my white Mercedes, it was an old one, I had a bench front seat. So after a while, like Eden would be in the back seat, so I would slide across a bit on the front seat. She would climb over the back, and I would have my foot on the accelerator, and then we'd swap over. She would slide into the driver's seat, and I would move over. So I don't think it's quite legal, but there weren't so many cars around in those days.
Yeah, to be fair, Barry, I think it went on a lot because quite a lot of the riders that have been on interviews have all said something along them lines at some point. Or leaving someone in a service station when they thought they were asleep in the back, all these sorts of things.
That's right. Yeah, that's happened before too.
Right, I got Julian Hammonds here. He's just said in the early 80s of being a Cradley fan and starting Schoolboy Motocross, I would order Scott goggles, Malcolm Smith and Scott t-shirts, and Bert would always include a handwritten message with each order.
That's good. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your Scott goggles and your t-shirts and stuff, Julian. It was a good time actually because Schoolboy Motocross was very big at that time, so we had a lot of young riders, coming up into the motocross side, and quite a lot of them went from there, even further up, into like Grand Prix status. Really, that's cool. Yeah.
I've got Mr. Paul Hurry that's just come on. He's put evening, young Bert and Lee. It's great to catch up on a Wednesday evening with Bert and his wife and put the world to rights. Have a great Christmas, both of you. Catch up in the new year. What a legend.
A legend is Paul Hurry. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you too, Paul. And I hope you've recovered from all your operations now. I mean, you could probably sell all those rods and steel rods and get a bit of money back for that.
Yeah, $1 million man. Because I know he does the mechanic in for Mr. Nichols, I believe. And
he's still racing himself, so it's a pretty busy boy. Yeah. And I think his daughter rides horses too, so it's quite a sporting family. Yeah.
I think I'm just trying to think of what exhaust pipe it was now. I'm just trying to think, is he still working with the is it DEP, isn't it? Yeah, DEP pipes. I think
Derek Elwell, DEP,
DEP, DEP pipes, but I did bump into Paul in the Cardiff pit, so that was really cool. So to get to speak to him, I enjoyed, and his dad Graham as well. Hopefully, I'll get to meet him as well.
Yeah, no, it's a nice guy for sure. Yeah.
So, what year was it? 1980 that you retired after that year at Milton Keynes. Is that right, Bert?
Yeah, Milton Keynes was the last track that I raced at, and prior to that, I've never quite got the travelling sorted out because when I started as a junior, I lived in Glasgow and then I rode for Edinburgh, which was like 50 miles away. It was a Milton Keynes one with a nice Scott logo on top of the peak. Actually, Milton Keynes was a good spot. It was a good stadium, a bumpy track, but it's quite nice actually. But you would have thought being in the centre of England, it would have done much better with the crowds. But anyway, that was still a good time as well. But going back to the travelling, who said I couldn't do a wheelie? With the travelling, I was having to go. When I started initially as a novice, I didn't have a car license, and I used to take my old chap in a motorcycle, a sidecar from Glasgow to Edinburgh, which was about 50 miles. Later on, I had a modified van. But then, when it came round, when I signed for Wembley, I was still living in Glasgow and travelling up and down quite a bit. Later on, when I moved south, because I had to cut down the travelling, I was living around, Watford area, that area.
Okay, yeah.
And then when Edinburgh reopened, they asked me to sign for them, so I went back up to Edinburgh. So I was doing it the opposite way. So I wore a groove in the motorway all those years, going up and down that motorway.
Yeah, that's some travelling you must have gone through, for sure.
But so right at the end, when I rode from Milton Keynes, that was only about half an hour up the road, and I wasn't used to going such a short distance.
No, I bet. What was the your actual reason at the time for retiring at that point then?
I just started the business, with Scott Powell's and different things. We had a little retail motorcycle shop, which that's the original Scott Powell's.
Yeah.
Custom shop.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a little retail shop which Edith could run while I was away racing that final year. We didn't sell bags, just all the accessories and clothing. And then I'd had this deal with Scott when I was in America, and we started importing Scott goggles. So it was getting just too busy with the travelling, and by that time I was past my best, if it wasn't my best. I wasn't riding as well as I thought I should have been, and I thought I'd just, give it up for then. But it's always quite a hard thing to do.
If you don't mind me asking, Bert, how old were you when you retired then from the racing?
Must have been 40, I think. Yeah. Probably young compared to people like Greg Hancock and others. Yeah. I mean, now I think the boys can ride a whole lot longer too.
Yeah, they do seem to be, like you said, there's Harris and Nichols and all that are all going well into their 40s and still as good as ever, aren't they? Yeah, they've been as good as ever.
Yeah, they're much better than a lot of younger riders too, because they've got the means, which is good.
Yeah, they're doing well.
And,
What was how old were you then when you first ever had a bike, Bert, and what was the first bike you ever had?
Well, when I left school, I worked for the local motorcycle shop in Glasgow, Alexander's, and I had a little 200cc Triumph Tiger Cup, but there was no speedway at all in Scotland at that time, so I couldn't ride anywhere. And one of my other friends was doing some road racing, so I went into road racing for a year until the speedway opened. Then I bought a very old Jap from Jimmy Tannock and slowly started that way. But I was a very slow learner. It took me 10 years to be an overnight success, It was a pretty tough apprenticeship, but we got there.
Yeah. So was that Edinburgh then? Obviously, was that the first sort of racing in a proper team?
Yeah. I mean, Edinburgh used to go along, and all the novices would be queuing up to get a few laps after the meeting finished. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you get out there.
Yeah.
And if it was late, you'd be halfway around the track, and they'd put the lights out because the staff wanted to go.
Yeah.
The 40th Sunday now with the Jap and Dougie Templeton in the background, that was in the pits at Wimbledon. And I don't know if you went to Wimbledon at all, but all the guys that race for Wimbledon, I think they're all pretty deaf now, because the pits were underneath the grandstand, and you get two teams of bikes warming up without any silencers. It was definitely, you'd put dusters in your ears and put a mask on for the fumes. It was terrible.
Sounds really bad.
apart from that, the track was good and the stadium was good too. Oh boy, cricket is a very good loadie.
Yeah, getting a few of them out. Getting a few of them out.
That was at the very early novice stage before I was in the team.
Mm.
And I don't, if you look closely, that's embarrassing. It's an old two-piece set of leathers. The top half is my motorcycle leather jacket, but the bottom half is actually jodhpurs. You know those jodhpurs that sort of come out in the hips at the side?
Oh, right, yeah. Bloody hell, yeah, I can see it sort of going outwards a bit after the knee, yeah.
Horse racing jodhpurs. And the other two boys, on the left-hand photo is Bill Stovin, and on the right is Eric Hanlon. And they were also novices at the same time as I was. Bill probably had the best idea. He emigrated to Spain, so that was good.
Good idea, yeah.
And I'm not sure, I think the chap bending down behind Bill, I think it might be Ian Hart, the American who actually ran a charity meeting at Edinburgh at one time for the Edinburgh Students' Charity. So he was, all those boys just sort of, dropped out of Speedway, and I was sort of daft enough to keep trying to carry on. And that's friend Bill Landos is now settled down in Australia.
Nice.
See the subtitles are not quite correct, but close enough. When Bill got married, he and his wife Liz emigrated to Australia, and I joined them on the ship. We went by ship down to. I went to Melbourne. He went to Sydney, and took 6 weeks on the ship to get there. So a long old trip.
Yeah, it sounds like a long old trip.
Back and forth. And that one there's Coopridge, I believe, and there the bikes are 2-valve Jawas rather than the old Japs. And in the background, the dirty white overalls and wearing glasses is Dick Barry, who was announcer come rides for Speedway Star sometime. With the white overalls at the back with glasses. Now Dick used to help me in the pits, Edinburgh and Glasgow and all around. But there was one time when he'd been doing my fuel and oil, and he suddenly went berserk, shouting and jumping up and down and screaming. And what had happened was he put the oil in the fuel tank, the fuel in the oil tank. That wasn't very good. That was the end of his career as a mechanic.
yeah, I was going to say, was he thrown out after that one? It was a bit of a howler, that one.
And the other photo that's up there now,
sorry.
I think that's Wolverhampton. Oh, that one,
yeah, that's Wolverhampton, is it, that one?
Yeah, I think that was with funny big handlebars and
yeah, I remember that.
At that time, the black leathers, they were moving on now to one-piece leathers. They were the Swedish ones that people like Benny Addison and a lot of the other Swedes used to bring across to this country and sell to the boys here. So if you look at them with the shoulder pads, you'll see a lot of riders wearing that type of leathers at that time.
I see they had pockets in as well, then.
That wasn't such a good idea because one time at Edinburgh, Lex Malloy, another junior, and I, we left the starting gate, and his clutch lever went into my pocket because the zip was broken, and the two was locked together straight into the safety pins. So that was a big shock. Oh dear. Anyway, the photos are on now. Another embarrassment.
Pajamas, was it?
In the not 1940s. In those days, when the track was wet, you could put down bags of sawdust just to soak up the water.
Yeah,
Pretty bad. But just for a joke, I thought I'd wear my pyjamas on top of my leathers to try and keep my leathers cool.
I love that.
But that seems to have lasted quite a long time, that joke that people still remember me about it, you know.
That's brilliant. You'll have to tell us a bit about this one as well, because I think I might even have this somewhere, because I've definitely got a Speedway record somewhere, but I'm not sure if it's this exact one, but there you go.
I think I know what it's coming for, is it? Yeah, that's... now, that group was called the Rivals. And what it was at the time when the football clubs were making records, you know, football records, and this Decca record producer, who was a Speedway fan, he thought it'd be a good idea to do a Speedway record. So he got, as you can see in the photograph, there's riders from all different teams around the British League.
Yep.
And they got us to, you know, perform some specially written songs. One was called Speedway. I think the other side was Hoskins Rides Again. And it happened, they took us down to the Decca studio in London. So all the professional stuff. Oh yeah, the guy behind the glass with his recording buttons, everything. Anyway, I think to warm us up and loosen us up, they were sort of feeding us of beer and whiskey and all sorts beforehand. And when I was singing, also halfway through the song, and the producer sort of comes onto the microphone and says, stop. He says, with the Scottish guys, which is Jimmy McMillan, George Hunt and myself, the Scottish guys sing a bit quieter because they're drowning out all the others.
Brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant.
But you can see the photo, we've got all the Nigel down the front there, John Louis, Martin, Malcolm Brown, and all of them. But we had a really good time. And the record, it wasn't actually released, I think it escaped. Actually, it was played, I think David Hamilton played it once on Radio 1, and then it disappeared after that. But once again, going back to the Speedway Museum, we've got a copy of the record in there, so we sold at least two.
I've actually got Robin Allen, who does his bits for the Speedway Star as well. I don't know he's down in Oxford. Look at that there, look, Robin, if you're still online, 12p for that Speedway Star. Look, I think that's 1974, if I can just
that's
about
right,
yeah, 12p, look.
There's a lot of money in those days.
Yeah.
And while we've got Nigel on the photograph there, I saw earlier on in the broadcast you were talking about that Chris Pusey jacket behind you.
Oh, yeah.
The jacket on the wall.
Yeah.
And that comes from one of the tours, Great Britain versus Australia, or England v Australia. Test series down that one. That's actually a different one to the tour I was on, but Nigel Brookhoff used to organise to have these jackets made for the team so that everyone would look quite uniform. So that's a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be a cool little prize for someone, isn't it? A bit of
yeah, that's quite unique, really. Yep.
Very cool.
Beauty.
Very nice. Like that.
Yeah.
Here's a nice one.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Nigel was very well organised too. That's another Australian photograph with the 2-valve Java. Oh, sorry, no, that's Costa Mesa. That's America. Because it's got the 22-inch back wheel, the big back wheel. And if you look at the side of the sprocket, it's ginormous.
Yeah.
And this is just a borrowed bike because I didn't have my own bikes over there. And at that time. And as you know, the Costa Mesa track is only 180 yards long, so it's like riding in a cycle speedway track.
Yeah. You need it to make that bike turn.
But it was so spectacular because it's so small, the riders don't get so far apart. It's very close racing, and I think that's one of the benefits when the Californians come over to England. they were used to turning the bikes hard and racing really close, so it was easier for them on the bigger tracks to learn after learning on small course beta. So
that was I think that was the thing that we were just talking about as well. Picture with you guys with them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nigel got all these jackets made for the team, so he would try and get everybody looking smart.
That's very cool. Yeah, it's got the same stripe.
Yeah, he was a captain and the manager, and he's very well respected in Australia. So everybody sort of, looked out for Nigel. Yeah.
Did you try any other motorsports at all, Bert? Did you do the grass track, long track, road racing? Did you try any of that?
Yeah, I did a couple of long tracks in Germany, but I wasn't very good at that. In New Zealand, when we did the World Champions Tour, one of Barry Briggs' friends, Tommy McCleary, who's got the Yamaha shop in Christchurch, he loaned his whole Suzuki was, he loaned his all 125 Suzukis to ride in the local motocross meeting, and that was good fun. And that was when we had the World Champions Tour, and we had the first time with Zenon Plak and Edward Jansarts from Poland. It's the first time they'd been allowed out of Poland, and they had a team manager with them to look after them, Bernard Kowalski, and he was a big fella, so we called him Toogie, and he was their team manager and interpreter. But the problem was, apart from Polish, his other language was German, no English. So he was really part of the KGB to watch that it didn't run away, and he wouldn't let them ride in this motocross meeting in case they get injured. So they had to watch all of us ride.
Oh wow!
and my memory from that is I hadn't ridden motocross before, and I thought I was going fairly quick. Then there's a pair of wheels come over the top of my head, up in the air, and I looked up at his Brigo. He come over the jump and passed me over the top. Oh. Yeah. But it was a good day out.
Yeah, amazing. That sounds like it was good fun as well. Did you have any, when you first got into the Speedway, Bert, was there any riders that you looked up to, any heroes or idols in Speedway when you first got into it, any stars that you got to race against?
Yeah, well, when I was a kid at Glasgow, like Ken McKinley was a favourite rider, and Junior Bainbridge, other Australian. And then I got to know Ken, when we were riding afterwards. But when I started, it was basically a matter of just trying to learn the ropes and find out what to do, because there weren't any trade schools there at all. You just had to sort of, and most of the other riders were still learning as well, so everybody was trying to do their own thing.
I see you did a bit of the cycle speedway then.
I did, yeah. When I was a kid, we had a Glasgow Cycle Speedway League. I think that's, I'm not quite sure, I think it's Edinburgh actually. I think it was a charity match. After, when I was riding the Speedway, they had some of the Speedway boys back onto the Cycle Speedway track. And we had a few laps on there. But with the Cycle Speedway, I'd been Glasgow champion and then qualified for two of the World Finals. And I must have the unique situation of I raced in the Cycle Speedway World Final at Edinburgh in the afternoon, and in the evening I raced at the Speedway at Meadowbank, only in the second half.
That's brilliant.
So I did Cycle Speedway and Speedway on the same day.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Knackered though.
Yeah. But the other Cycle Speedway World Final was in England, is down at Garrett Park in Wimbledon. And myself and another Scottish rider, Johnny Spears, had qualified for the final. And we didn't have a car licence or a car. So I borrowed my friend's motorcycle and sidecar, and we rode that all the way from Glasgow right down to London. and we got so many flat tires on the way. By the time we got to the track, the meeting had started, and they wouldn't let us ride after that. So
No way.
a long way for a disappointment.
Yeah, I bet. Jesus. That was a bit naughty, wasn't it?
Oh, that's quite hard actually, but you know, after that, life gets easier. Yeah.
So you went over to America as well. How was that? What was that? How did that actually come about then? Going over to America. I think these are some pictures from over there as well.
Yeah, well, what happened was I used to go to Australia. Yeah, that's Costa Mesa when we had the world team. The white shirt in the background is a Jack Milne, the ex-world champion.
Oh, wow.
And the chap in the far left with the flowery shirt is promoter Harry Oxley.
Oh.
And Chris Pusey, myself, Martin, nice old lady. And behind there, in the background, is Eddie Jansarts. He wasn't riding because he was injured. Yep. Then there's Ivan Brigo and Simon Pleck. By the way, that was a later tour that I did. But the very first time I raced in Costa Mesa, I'd been racing every winter in Australia. And one winter, before I left England, Peter White, I think that was Christchurch, that one. Peter White said, there's some meetings in California, and he gave me the telephone number of Harry Oxley. So I Harry, they said, yeah, come over, we'll give you a bike and see what you can do. So after that, I went there quite regularly. And that was on one of the tours as well with Ovi, Ivan, Ollie, and Brigo. And some other guy that wasn't the world champion was there as well. I think that's in either Liverpool or Sydney in Australia, I think. But they were good tours, these ones, because it's quite hard riding, obviously. And the Australians and the Americans on their home tracks were always very, very hard to beat. Yeah. And I mean, the group, apart from Ollie, the rest of us also raced in Israel too, but it was
Israel as well.
Which was a one-off actually. They never had any motorsport there. And I had a Brigo arrange some meetings over there. We had again America versus rest of the world in Tel Aviv and a couple of other Jaffa and a couple of other places. And it's before they had obviously the problems here, but now. But even then, there's still young people who are actually doing national service, and they would be walking around with rifles or guns just to be sure. So,
wow.
Life being an international speedway rider is an international life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is a nice one.
Yeah, the going old day. That's in Glasgow, outside the lockup. The garage that I had with the old Jap and the Ford Corsair that I had. I was going up to the world. I got away from the Morris 1000 van, and I now got Ford Corsair, second hand, obviously, with the bike rack on the back. And it's quite a well polished Jap, actually. So I try to keep it clean. But again, this is before the days. Oops, another one. I think that is in California. I got a job of cleaning all the bikes for some reason. Telling too many corny jokes. And the blue leathers at the back with Fred Williams, they were American ABC leathers, and they were made to measure too, and they were terrific fits, really nice leathers for sure.
How did you enjoy your time with the Wimbledon Dons then? How did you enjoy that? And what was the track?
I did. Yeah, that was very good. It's a very well run organisation and team. it's Brigo and Roy Luckhurst. And I think that number 3 race jacket of mine now belongs to John Stevens of the Don's Den, so it's still around. And my abiding memory of which, oh yeah, that's at Wimbledon. That's in the days where we had helmet covers and not just 4 different helmets painted.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's been the recent years, isn't it?
Yeah, and you remember that little bit of plastic in the front of the peak?
Yeah.
It was the Brigo flicker, you know?
Yeah.
You hit that little lever with your hand, the sheep go up out the way.
We used to go and pick them up in the pits and pretend to be spear riders.
Yeah. I did that with Savage Wimbledon again. Yeah. And I'm not sure if that's Pete Smith or it's Positive. I'm not too sure who the pro rider is. But again, you can see the difference from these bikes to what they have now. Just now the riders are sitting so far forward and their helmet peak is almost touching the front midguard. You know, but that's just go down at the start of Wimbledon. And it was apart from Gate 4, or with the blue helmet, Gate 4 is Neil Cameron. That was at Oxford with Gordon Kinnett.
Nice one.
When Brigo and I were getting 5-1s against Oxford, so that's quite nice. But as I say, with Wimbledon, Gate 4 was the best gate. Terrific. Good off Gate 4, but the other gates were not so good. So you had to sit quite far back in the saddle to get the grip off the start. I think you could do a haircut there. I haven't seen that. I think that's Barney behind me there.
Do you know what? I was just about to say, I think that, I thought that was Barney. I think there's another one up there. Yeah.
He hasn't got his selfie stick there, so.
No, I know. I think I've got another one. I thought this was him, but it might not be. But I was just checking. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Is that Barney? I think it might be Barney.
I think it could be Canterbury, yeah.
I reckon it could be.
I think on the road there once, I think it's Barney. It looks big enough for him, anyway. No doubt he'll be able to tell us.
Barney, is it? I don't know, that's why I'm asking. I thought it was. Bert, you're brilliant. I want Bert, you're brilliant. I want for Christmas is a new fleece with the WSRA one. You and Edith have a great Christmas. Sounds like that's why we're. Do you do extra large as well for me?
Oh yeah, we do all sorts of sizes. Yeah. We can fit you out, no problem.
Okay. I'll get one of that. Wear it to Speedway.
Yeah, that was good advertising.
Yeah, exactly. Frank's just said, how was Ollie Olsen to ride against?
He was a hard rider, but he was a good friend, so, you know, we got on okay off the track. But the big memory with Ollie was that when I rode for Wembley the second year, I could beat almost every rider around Wembley except Ollie. And I remember he beat me in my first race. Then next time we were out, I was trying to follow exactly these time marks, and I just hit a bump, and the bike picks up and straight through the safety fence. I broke my collarbone, so that wasn't quite the plan.
No.
And the big problem was that 5 days later was the British Nordic final at Glasgow at Hampden. I had to ride in that with a broken collarbone. Fun games.
There you go, look, John Stevens.
Ollie's been a good guy and he's done a lot for Speedway too. Yeah. And as John Stevens says, he's got that 1974 Wimbledon race jacket.
Yeah, definitely an iconic race jacket.
Yeah, it was unusual because you could turn it inside out and use it on the away tracks with a different number. Yeah.
I spotted Dempsey Barney and I thought I'll put him in, he might come on.
That's me again, yeah.
I did get it right then. Mr Wyer's been on as well, so that's really cool to get these legends on. I love it when they come on as well. He just put asked Bert about his time at Sheffield. Did he enjoy it? I think he did a season there, wasn't it, Bert? I looked.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. When Wembley closed, I was hoping to stay in London and ride for Wimbledon.
Yep.
I believe what happened was that the control board or the BSPA, they didn't want any of the Wembley riders still in London, so we all get sent to different tracks. And I had been in Australia and America and all around during the winter, and I got a phone call from Frank Perry. I think I was in California at the time, and he said, "I've been trying to track you down in every country all winter." He said, "You're going to be riding for Sheffield this year." that was. I didn't have a choice. You know, I was allocated to Sheffield, but it was good. I enjoyed it there, and Dougie and Reg Wilson were the sort of up and coming kingpins there, and it was good. It's, as you know, it's like a D-shaped track, so you've got one straight and then you're turning for the rest of the lap, so it's quite tricky to ride, but it was good, and Frank looked after us all very well, so that's good. And, because also Ryder Wright went there too from Wembley, so he was still there.
You obviously watch quite a lot of the Speedway now, Bert. Do you watch all the Grand Prix and stuff like that as well?
Yeah. I used to go to just every Grand Prix, but this year I've only been to a couple. But no, I still follow on TV if I don't get to the Grand Prix. And I think it's still such a fantastic sport. You know, lots of people knock it, but it's a good family sport. And if we had the same trouble in Speedway that they sometimes do in football, then they'd probably close the sport down.
Is there any riders that excite you when you watch them race now?
Well, obviously Bartos is somebody special, isn't he?
Yeah. Entertaining.
When I first saw Bartos some years ago, I thought he was out of control, but now I realise that he's in complete control and he's just so fantastic. I also like watching Emil as well, Saifutinov. He's a tidy little rider too. So there's a lot of excellent riders around there.
Be good to see Emil come to Oxford next year as well, wouldn't it, with Ipswich?
Yeah, that would be good. And Doyley as well. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I think the league's looking really strong next year.
That'd be good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely going to get myself down to Oxford a few times, I think.
Yeah, that should be good.
Look at that for actually. I like that.
That's
Barrack, yeah.
I could tell with the dust.
Yeah. I saw them people up against the wall there.
You had Betty Rourke on the inside in yellow. Not quite sure who the bandit is actually, but no doubt somebody will be able to tell me.
Yeah.
But Berwick was a big track around a rugby pitch and very fast. And, as you can see at that time, there are no air fences, just a solid wooden fence, which I acquainted myself with once or twice. So.
You must have had lots of amazing memories, obviously representing Edinburgh, of course.
Yeah. It is funny that being a Glaswegian and racing for Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that both sets of supporters for Glasgow and Edinburgh, they both accepted me okay. So I enjoyed my time with Edinburgh, and I still go back there any time I'm up in Scotland. That's another one. That's the old Blantyre. Oh no, yeah, it's a Blantyre track. I think that must be the Scottish Championship. Merce Yankee in the white helmet.
Yeah, a few different jackets. Yeah.
I'm not sure who the bandit is actually. Stupid. And the guy in the front, I know who that is, but Blantyre was a very grippy track and very bumpy, but very tight corners, so you turned the bike very hard, which was good. Yeah. And that photo there, if you got that up, the big long front mudguard, it's made by Preston Petty in America. And I used to put that on when the meeting was wet because I don't know, people might not realise, but when it's a wet meeting, you get the spray coming up from your front wheel underneath the handlebars and underneath your helmet. So the long front mudguards stops a lot of the spray coming up underneath.
Yeah, you can see how on the outside, look how much smaller that is.
Yes, yeah, that's right, yeah. You used to change my mudguards depending on what the weather was like.
Yeah, definitely. Got some level going through all the photos is always good.
Yeah, the helmet is one of the early Bell called the Motor Star. And it was a team with Neil McFarlane, the manager, who now lives in Spain. Everybody's going to Spain.
I know, Spain or Dubai.
There's something going right over there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. And the tattered leathers in the photograph going back to they're also in the museum, the Speedway Museum. My tattered leathers and the last four-wheel Jawa I had, they're all in the museum and my helmets as well.
Nice.
I think that bike, I'm just trying to check. Oh yeah, I think it was my bike actually. Yeah. But that was quite a tidy team with Brian Collins and Rob Hollingworth and Infodex with the leathers. They sponsored Rye House, and they also sponsored me with some leathers too, which was very kind of them. And if you look at the hat and the hair, that's not a wig, that was my own hair. So
I love that.
I should have got commissioned for all these YouTube hats.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But Ted Atkinson, who ran Infodex, he was a red hot Speedway fan, and he did an awful lot for Rye House this year. Yeah. And that's, we've even smiling Charlie Bump in the background there, and Alan Bridget, and that's the bike there is not my bike, but it looks, I think it's a 4-valve Neil Street conversion. I think it might have belonged to Jack Bill, who's next to Charlie in the photograph. But, that was also quite a strong team as well.
Did you have any favourite team managers that you worked with, Bert, over the years?
At Wembley, Freddie Williams was very good because being an ex-rider, he understood an awful lot of the problems that the riders had, both on and off the track. So he was very good. On the promotion side, probably Ian Hoskins was the best promoter because he could really get the crowd going and stir them up. And there's a Sheffield.
There you go, Dougie. Dougie's on there, look. Second from the left, yeah.
And the one before that was Wimbledon. That was actually taken out to Wimbledon itself. But the Sheffield team is quite an unusual race jacket with all the squares. And you can see Bob Valentine with the red hair. That's why he was called Bluey. His hair is a bit longer than mine. I haven't seen that one before. That's again, I think it's Arnold Haley on the inside, perhaps. I'm not too sure. It's unusual. It must have been either a second half of the World Championship because we've got different helmet covers on. And that was at Sheffield as well. And the good thing with Sheffield, Frank Perry, he also had the track immaculate. He's me and my friend Ryder.
Yeah.
I've said before, we raced together in the same team at Edinburgh, then the same team at Wembley, then the same at Sheffield. But when we had a big Scotland versus Norway test match, we had a bit of a falling out.
Oh, did you?
Ryder was really quite upset and said, he come up to me on the bike and said, Harkins, I will kill you. Could he kill me? So fortunately I kept out his way, and after that was okay.
Did you have any... yeah, go on, carry on.
No, I said the other photo you just put up there in the pits.
Yeah.
I think that's in the Wembley pits. And it looks like I was trying to count my money or something. I'm not too sure.
Did you have any favourite riders to team ride with over the years, Bert? Was there anyone that you sort of connected well with on the track? And
he has one or two, like Brigo was good, and Brian Collins, and the other side. It's a bit of a dying art. It's still done, but it's basically a lot of the time it's the rider on the inside of the track who's got to watch for the other rider and not push him into the corner too fast.
Yeah.
There's BB and David Jessup. That photo was taken at Canterbury. It was a charity meeting that Johnny Hoskins put on, and Brigo and myself had to do a match race on old Douglas dirt track bikes from 1928, and Brigo did okay. He could get his sliding, his light trailing, but I had all sorts of trouble getting the bike to turn in the corners. But Brigo, being that little bit older, he probably raced in 1928, so he was used to these bikes. That's it.
There you go. On cue. On cue.
On cue, that tartan helmet as well.
Oh, yeah, I see that. That's beautiful.
I couldn't quite get my knee down, and I wasn't sliding the bike, but...
that looks heavy.
They were heavy, yeah, they're surprising. But if I did a few more laps, I'd probably been okay.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
And, still got a tartan scarf, I see.
Yeah, nice one of... I see Mr Cribb has gone back home now recently as well, hasn't he?
Yes, he had. So, yeah, I was also taken at Sheffield with the old tower in the back.
Yeah.
It must be a World Championship round, I think, or something like that. Cribby has gone back home, which, it's a shame for us over here, but the Aussies can have Cribby for a while. Just to get it all up.
Another great character as well.
Indeed, yeah. He's one of the few riders to have done ice speedway and speedway. Like Richard Greer. I think Dougie Wire tried as well, but I think his bike went through the ice, I believe, and disappeared.
I remember Bruce coming to Swindon because he went around the track, so broke a load of the track records on the old ice bike and stuff.
Yeah, he did that every track he went to, because with the spikes and the tyres, into the corner with the throttle shut off. But then once he got it round the corner and just opened it, there's no wheel spin. It just went forward like a rocket ship.
It's good to watch.
Oh, it's great to watch. Really.
Was it always a proud thing for you, obviously, Bert, representing your country, obviously Scotland, and that always...
Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. I think it should be with any rider, every rider.
Of course,
that's what the Scottish team is, but somebody made a very big mistake, like Brian Collins and Bobby Beaton. The race jackets, the Scottish flag, the saltire is an all way round. It should be a white cross on a blue background. They've got a blue cross and a white background.
You've got the same one there as well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big slip-off, actually.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the correct one on that photograph.
Yeah.
And that was riding in the World Team Cup. In those days, we had a strong enough Scotland team to be into the World Team Cup and the World Best Pairs. And Julie Mack and I in the pairs, like here, at LVU, we qualified from there to the World Final in Malmo in Sweden. So, Scotland were a pretty strong team at the time. But unfortunately, I think it'll take a few years now before we get some more Scots coming through. Hopefully we will.
Yeah, hopefully you do,
Yeah, that's right. That must be Roy House, I think. I'm not too sure. Okay. There's Roy. Yep. Yeah, that was later. That's Roddy Moore with the white leathers behind me. Yeah, I think that was in the Wimbledon versus the Bert Harkins Haggis Bashers. That was an open meeting. An open meeting was put on when Roddy came back to ride in the World Championship, and I got a Scottish team together. A few Scottish team, everyone apart from one, everyone was Scots. And what I arranged was I bought all these haggises as a haggai, and each Scottish rider had a haggis in his hand. And when we had the parade in front of the grandstand at Wimbledon, we presented each of our opposite members of the Wimbledon team with a haggis. And I don't know what they did with it, but Roddy Moore took one look at it and he lobbed it into the crowd. And I think they hit somebody in the crowd and he got concussion or something.
No. That's great.
But people still talk about that one as well.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the photos is there now on the Speedway Star cover. That was the Scotland World Cup team at Ipswich with Ian Hoskins as the manager.
He was iconic as well, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And you say, I mean, like Johnny Hunt and Jimmy Mack, I mean, and Bobby, they were fantastic riders, really. And I always thought, earlier we were talking about living in Scotland and doing all the travelling. I'd always reckoned that if George and Jimmy, and probably Bobby too, if they'd moved south earlier in their career, they would have gone to even greater heights than they did, because living in Scotland, we spent a lot of time travelling when we should have been in the workshop or relaxing or whatever. Whereas the English riders, they could leave for a meeting in the afternoon, quite late afternoon.
Yeah.
Quite often we had to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning from Glasgow or Edinburgh. And well, you know, when you're young, it didn't really matter. You all felt, 100%. It was okay. And the photo on there now is that Wimbledon versus the Haggis Bashers meeting as Brian Collins and myself. That was the other thing that I did. I borrowed kilts from all my friends and my relatives. Anybody who had a kilt, I borrowed it. So each of the Scottish riders had a kilt over the top of the leathers. and that was trying to do the Highland sword dance on top of the flags, the checkered flag and the last lap flag. But it was quite good because it was a different type of Roddy. And I've got the haggis in my right hand, so you get it shortly. No, it was a different type of open meeting. Instead of just having a select, this select or that select, we made it quite a bit different. And that was a good one. That was I think that was the Scottish Cup, Scottish Championship, but to hand the cup back, I think that was Blantyre, I believe. It looks like my steel shoe has come off too.
Yeah, talk about steel shoes.
I'm not taking a bite out of an apple or a haggis.
That's like a microphone thing. Yeah. It looks like one of them click on the button ones.
As I say, it was quite good entertainment for the crowd. And this is quite an honour, this one. Gene Woods in California. He now lives in Nevada, in Las Vegas, and he's got an indoor go-kart track, and he has built the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. And the hot shoe is what the Americans call our steel shoe. And the logo at the top of this is a plaque. The photo at the top is taken from Ken Bailey's logo. He was the hot shoe man. He used to make all steel shoes. And what Gene has done, you got steel shoes for all different riders, flat track and mostly Americans. There's one or two few colours in there now. And quite a few other. Mike Patrick's also got a plaque in there. And I think I should have cleaned the steel shoe a little bit better before I sent it to them. But I'm now starting in Las Vegas.
That's brilliant.
I can always say that I'm in Las Vegas.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, but there's quite a few. I think Doug Lovis is there too. So it's a very good thing that Gene's done. He's got a little museum there, and the go-karts are super fast. They're like the drifting cars actually on that type of surface where you can slide around the corners. It's pretty good. But the big problem being in Las Vegas is we went there last year because I had this other hot shoe dinner and showing the movie on any Sunday. And I was walking down the strip in Las Vegas, and there's these two showgirls, with all the feathers and hardly wearing anything at all.
Yeah.
And they smiled and they came up and said, "Oh, how about a photo?" So I got Ada, my wife, to take a photo of me in between the two of them. And then when we'd done that, they came and said, "Okay, to the $70 each." And they wanted me they wanted me to pay for the photo. I said, no. I said, "You asked me for the photo." And I said, "You're talking to a Scotsman now. You can't get money out of Scotsman." They took my phone and they deleted the photographs to make sure that I could use them.
No way.
Yeah, because they said like $70 each. Then they said, "We can take credit cards." And I thought, there's hardly really any clothes for something on the machine.
Wow.
If you go to Las Vegas, be very careful with these showgirls.
Sounds like there's a right little con going on there, isn't it? Oh, brilliant.
That's it. That was Marvin Cox, yeah.
Spoke to him today as well, saying that you're coming.
Yeah.
Said he's
I think that's at one of the overseas Grand Prix somewhere, Germany or something, not too sure. But Cox, he was a good rider. But, he was a bit of a star turn at some of Simon Wood's fancy dress parties, but I won't go into that actually.
Actually, I sent his picture. He sent me a picture of him and Hans Nielsen in a Christmas get-up, and Mr. Cox was in. He sent me the picture, and I was like, "Oh, I got to send that to Hans," and I literally sent it straight to Hans. And his actual answer was, he goes, "I'm glad I was the Father Christmas." Look at that! I said, I think Mr. Cox.
Oh yeah.
I think he likes them tights too much.
It was a fairy that just fell off the tree.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, brilliant.
That's Bigger obviously the white helmet. I think it's got Autry, the red helmet. And he has people out behind, and some guy with white boots on the outside. I don't know who's on the inside there. I could only see a front wheel.
Yeah, see a green front mud guy.
Yeah, I don't know who would have that actually. It was Scott himself. And he was a very talented rider too. Then later on, when he went back to America, he was flying helicopters and doing all sorts of crazy things.
What did you think? What did you think of the Exeter track?
I was just going to say that Scott was very good riding Exeter, and if you ride Exeter well, flying a helicopter is quite easy. It's not scary at all.
Yeah.
I did quite like Exeter, but the problem was, for most riders, you'd only go there once a year, so you had to adapt very quickly. It was quite narrow and very fast with that steel safety fence. And going back again to the museum, we have a piece of that Exeter safety fence at the Speedway Museum.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Let's see that. Yeah, I always went. as a kid, we always went on holiday down to Devon because my mum's auntie lived down in Exeter, so we was always going down there. So we would, on our week's holiday, we'd always go on the Monday night. Dad would take us. It was right at the very back end of Ivan's career. So yeah, that was really good to always go down there. So we watched it quite a few times. Yeah.
No, it's good, very fast, good racing. When I went there the very first time with Edinburgh, I was told you got to ride right up at the safety fence in the corners. It was banked as well. So I made quite a good gate, and I thought I was riding right up in the fence. And one of the Exeter riders passed me on the outside, which would be in the fence. I don't know how he did it, but he was in 2 wheels up on the fence.
Yeah, they loved it there.
Oh, yeah, it's a good home track for sure. I always wondered about Ivan going there, but then, you know, it's a terrific home track. You can beat anybody right there.
Proper legend Ivan there as well, wasn't
he? Yeah, with his checkered bow tie.
Yeah, that's brilliant, like that.
That was the WSLA dinner dance, and I think that's what that one was. That Ivan was president at the time, and then I was taken over from Ivan, so I had the honour of having Ivan present me with his chain of office for the WSRA. So that was quite
nice. That's a great memory.
Yeah.
Was you into the technical side of the bikes, Bert? Did you like doing your own bikes and stuff like that, and tinkering? And
well, at that time, almost everybody did their own bikes. Ivan could use Guy Allen's because he was riding so much and so often.
Yeah.
But another one, I'm not quite sure of the track, because that one could be. It's Oxford, I think. Yeah, it's Oxford. It must be the Wimbledon Oxford one. But yeah, I mean, you could on the 2 hours, you could do all the maintenance yourself.
Yeah.
You know, the top end, the pistons, the valves, all that. So you didn't need to employ a tuner at that time. But now the bikes are so high revving that they've got to be serviced very, very often. And same with the tyres. We could use a back tyre for quite a number of meetings. Just keep cutting the tread, making it deeper, and then turn the wheel the other way around and get it fresh out.
Yeah. What were your sort of favourite tracks in the British League, Bert? Was there any that you always loved, got on with, did well at?
Well, I tried to like them all. I liked Wembley, obviously, and I liked the old Glasgow. That's Wimbledon, I believe. Yeah. I liked the old Glasgow White City, which had very long straights and very tight corners.
Yeah.
If you go back to other photographs before, obviously, God, yeah. Don't worry,
yeah,
doesn't matter. Yeah, this is a Wembley one that's up now.
Yeah. You enjoyed that track? You enjoyed that track?
I did, yeah. It's difficult to ride because it's quite flat.
Yeah.
So you have to sit on the line quite a lot. I mean, Ovi was good, right? Ovi Finden was very good right there because he was always right on the white line. Yeah. It was good to ride. That's also at Wembley. And that's, yeah.
Was there any tracks you didn't?
Sorry?
Any tracks that you didn't get on with were a bit more harder work for yourself, or?
I usually struggled a bit on the slicker tracks, but I didn't sort of, I didn't let it affect me. I didn't go to a track and think, oh, I'm not going to ride well tonight.
Yeah,
the track, I took it as it was, and I didn't really think of any bogey tracks. I just liked them all. So the safest way.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Did you have any favourite levers over the years? You had some really cool ones.
I think the ones I said earlier, the blue and white ABC leathers, they were the most comfortable ones. The ones in this photograph of the tartan TT leathers, they were pretty good too. But I think overall, the the blue and white ones were the best. That's another blue and white.
Yeah, I've seen that's another blue and white set there. Yeah.
Yeah, they were made in Australia. Those ones, they're good, but not quite the originals. And then Tommy Jansen, I mean, it's so sad because
shame about him when he was a child, wasn't
when we had Wembley running, Tommy came there for, I think, a second half or something, and I don't think he was signed for a team at the time, and he looked so smooth and so good that I thought he's going to be very, very good. And eventually, Wembley didn't sign him, which he should have done, but then he went back for his national service and then came and signed for Wimbledon. But he was such a smooth stylist, wasn't he? You see the photos of him.
Yeah, really.
Never had any trouble at all, and then it's so tragic what happened to him. And then the other photos, Ray Lucas too. I was in that one either. That's unusual one, yeah. Yeah, you're certainly digging it up from somewhere.
Yeah, I've been doing plenty of digging.
Yeah, I think that's a Sheffield one. I can't quite. Yeah.
Have a good dig on the John Somerville collection, and I always very good on it. It's superb.
He's done a terrific job, and
it's amazing.
Pete Saunders, he always had a go because he says, "Oh, there's too many photographs of me at the Speedway these days." In Speedway Star and Facebook, and now on here, so I hope he's watching this and enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's because they're all so good ones.
Yeah, John Somerville, he's done a fantastic job. He bought all the collection from Mike Patrick and all the other top photographers, Right Wood, and he's got them all catalogued in there.
Brilliant. So brilliant. I use it a lot, so I'm really grateful to them.
Yeah.
But I do some severe digging on all the social medias and some that people don't know about that I go on and find. So it's really good to dig deep and try and find some that the riders have never seen. Is always good.
Yeah, it's quite unusual. That's good. Kenny Carter at Powderhall in Scotland. Yeah, I think I was actually team manager for that. With a young Scotland versus young England.
Was he all right to handle? Was he all right for you?
Who was that? Sorry.
Was Kenny all right for you? Was he good to handle? Was he all right to handle when you?
Yeah, he was riding, and with Brian Collins and quite a few of the boys.
I did an interview with Alan Carter, his brother, as well, so that was quite cool. That was quite good.
Yes, he's a good little rider, Kenny. Actually.
Yeah, great rider, wasn't
he? Tan leathers again.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. I think that might have been Barry Briggs' Golden Greats beating.
That's what I was just thinking. Golden Greats, they were good when they come out. I think Martin did quite a few of them.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's quite hard to come back to Speedway. I mean, with golf and tennis, you can have like veteran championships. But Speedway, if you're not riding regularly, you lose all the correct muscles. So this is it.
I won't lie, because I was done all my reunion motocross meetings. I was going down the idea of doing like a Speedway reunion.
Yes, that's good. Yeah, you could try it actually.
Yeah, I was asking chaps like this man to do that. Something like Oxford or something would be quite good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And what's it, Scott? What this was, we managed to get Hans a bonus for winning the World Championship wearing Scott goggles.
Nice.
So because we sponsored Hans with Scott, a few of the other boys too, like Eric Gunderson and Janno Pettersson, all the boys. But we managed to get this little check for Hans. So.
Yeah, that's cool. I was so chuffed to meet him. I met him at the reopening of Oxford again. So I'd obviously done his interview, but I'd never met him personally. And doing that thing, thinking, oh, he's not even going to know me. And he went, all right, Lee. And I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, no, he's a good guy's hands for sure.
Class act for sure.
Yeah, very smooth, very classy. Yeah. And in the middle, that's Edith, my wife, there too. Oh, crikey, you've done some digging up to get these things.
Yeah.
That is my very first Speedway trophy.
Do you know what? I was just about to say, is that your first one? Is it your actual first one? Wow.
A huge one. I think I've still got it as well.
Have you? Brilliant.
Yeah.
You have to send me a picture.
Yeah, in those days, the meetings that made about, you had the second half, and you had the top riders, then you had reserve riders, then you had a novice race as well. And this is either a reserve race or a novice race right back in the beginning. And they always had little trophies or cups or whatever to present. So it's all part of the show. And again, part of Ian Hoskins' whole idea of a meeting was to entertain the crowds, and he always managed that. Always something at the interval you'd put on, like a goal scoring competition or whatever.
Yeah, I still like the idea of a second half or something like that. I still like the idea of having a second half.
Yeah, there's a pyjama trousers in that one.
Oh yeah, it must have been wet there.
Yeah, I think it was George Hunter, Ivan Berg, Brian Collins, Bill Landos, and myself. I think it was just a press day, and Dougie Templeton is missing, actually. But, yeah, as I say, Ian Hoskins always had something special going on to entertain the crowd. And when we had quite a lot of the Scottish fans will still remember this, when we had the Scotland versus Norway test match, we had a Scottish pipe band paraded right at the start of the meeting, and then at the interval, the pipe band came out again, and they were marching around the track playing. What happened was that they were down, I think they were around to be the first corner, and we'd actually pushed out for the next race after the interval. And there was Ryder, I, myself, and I forget who the other two were, and we're actually at the tapes with the green light on, and the pipe band was still on the track. I think we had a referee that I think it was Stevie Wonder, I believe. He
didn't get the memo.
And then the pipe band heard all the bikes revving at the start, and they panicked, and they were running down the track, jumping over the fence, and they were throwing drums and pipes over the fence. And they had to climb over the fence in their kilts, and some of the guys were not true Scotsmen, underpants on.
I was going to say, yeah.
But,
I bet, imagine that this day and age, Jesus.
No, but any of the fans are there that night. That's the talking point. The Scotland beat Norway is this pipe band.
You got run over,
That's another one that I haven't seen.
Did you have any weird and wonderful superstitions of any sort, Bert?
No, not really. Just go out there and just race. Didn't try not to get any superstitions because it could always, fetch you the wrong way around. Yeah.
Did you have who was the biggest influences in your career?
Whiskey.
No. That's the first one I've had of drink.
Total. The funny thing is that when I was riding, supporters would always come and give me bottles of whiskey as a present.
Did they?
And I should have kept them all because they'd be quite vintage.
Yeah, they would, yeah.
Cost a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
And even at Wembley, I won the Skull 6 days, whatever it was, the Skull Championship, and I got a couple of crates of Skull Lager, and I gave those away to all the other riders. I didn't drink anything at all. I should have charged.
Yeah, I was going to say, should have. Yeah, well, I mean, like, was there sort of anyone that sort of influenced your career, that type of thing? Was there, you know, riders that helped influence you in good ways? Or
No, I think maybe I travelled a little bit with Ivan Major from time to time.
yeah,
Just watching him, you could learn a whole lot without him actually telling you anything at all. You could figure things out the way he was going about the whole sport. And, people like Brigo and that, they were all always good, always very, very helpful. But basically, most of the stuff you had to do yourself and just learn all as best you could, really. But Ivan certainly brought a new professionalism into the sport, you know. And being able to have full time to get the engines done by, Guy Allett and full time mechanic as well, Dory Allen, and just brought the sport on just a little bit more. And now it's very professional with teams of mechanics and fans and bikes in different countries.
Yeah, definitely. Did you prefer to be part of a team, or did you like the individual racing as well? Did you feel the same about both, or?
Yeah, both were okay, but I like being part of the team because, and also a lot of riders don't like to go out in the first race in Heat 1. I always preferred Heat 1 because the track was fresh and, you knew exactly how you could ride it. So it was good. And then the individual events, they were also good on a different way because you're riding for yourself. You don't need to worry about a teammate at all. So you just try and do as best you can. Yeah.
Have you got any some races or particular meetings that still stick in your memory all the time? Still now, is there any particular races or meetings?
There's probably quite a few. I think in Scotland, Australia, I think I had about an 18-point maximum or something like that. In Scotland, Norway was pretty similar. And maybe one of the best, when I first went to Australia, as I say, nobody knew me over there. They didn't know me in this country even. They did in Scotland, but that was all. And when I got to Melbourne, I phoned the promoter. I didn't have a contract. The promoter said, well, come down Saturday night and we'll let you have a ride after the meeting, see how you go underneath the track lights in front of a crowd. And I think he thought that we didn't have electricity in Scotland. We didn't have track lights. Anyway, I turned up and it was a interstate, Victoria versus South Australia. And I couldn't ride in the meeting because, they might let me out afterwards. But one of the Victorian riders had a car crash on the way to the track, so he couldn't ride. And the promoters could round the pit see who could go in. And I kept saying, can I go? Can I go? They said, no, we'll try you out afterwards. Anyway, in the end, they were stuck. I said, oh, well, you need to ride and try and do your best. It's really important, this interstate stuff. Anyway, I went out my first race and the big tracks in Australia. So the scratch race is only 3 laps. And the handicap's 4. And I went out my first race, I broke the 1 lap and the 3 lap track record. And so after that, I said, oh, can you stay?
I love it.
Yeah. And the photo you've put up now is in Liverpool in Australia.
I thought it was in Australia,
Yeah, Ovi Flynn and myself. I think this is on one of the tours, actually. Ollie was very, very fast in Australia, very, very quick. And you can see also there's a very hard wooden safety fence because they had car racing there too. Cars, sidecars, midget cars. So the fence is built solid to stand all of that. So if you hit that with a bike,
it's like the Australian Exeter, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. or even faster.
Yeah.
But now the air fences have saved so many riders from serious injury. I think it's been a terrific invention. It's really good that Tony Briggs got that award.
Yeah, really good, really good. Like you said, it was super dangerous in the old guy's era, for sure. Yeah, very dangerous. Who were your closest friends during your speedway career, Bert?
I travelled a lot with George Hunter.
Yeah.
And later on these other tours, you just mixed with different riders. The thing was, living in Glasgow, there's only like Jimmy Tunnock, myself, who were from Glasgow at the time. The rest of the riders were all through in Edinburgh, so they were a bit closer. But later on, people like Alec Houston, Nigel Close, all these guys, we all got together at a really good time. And this is where, going back to the WSRA, where this comes in. Just 2 weeks ago, we had our annual awards night dinner, and you get lots of the old riders. There's 160 people there, and you get a lot of the old riders coming back, and it's quite good. You can talk about, what you're doing in the past, and we've got the Speedway Riders motto that the older I get, the faster I was. So instead of knocking lumps out of each other on the track, with a bit of a laugh off the track. So that's one of the benefits of the association, is just to keep the riders together and in touch. We've got riders in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, even with Jimmy August here, so it's quite a good selection.
Actually, I think I mentioned it to you that I've actually planning to come to the one next year, so going to come with Graham. So yeah, we're definitely going to come and stay and all that. Yeah.
I'll keep you to that. I'll keep reminding you.
Yeah. Because I've been talking about it for the last couple, thinking about going, and I was thinking, oh God, they don't want me there.
Oh, of course we do. Yeah, everybody, because you've got stories to tell as well. And the other big event we've got next year doesn't come until 17th of March, is the Celebration of Speedway at Paradise Park, where we start up a lot of the old bikes as well.
Oh, yeah, that would be mega.
Yeah.
I like stuff like that.
17th of March.
17th of March.
On a Sunday, we've got a lot of the ex-riders coming along to that as well.
Oh yeah, I like getting starstruck.
Yeah.
I'll be like Barney.
Yeah. Well, Barney will drag you along, that's for sure.
Yeah. I tried to give him a run for his money on the pitches.
That's right. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I'm such a fanboy, so I'd love anything like that. I was gonna. What was that one I just got written down? I just gone off of it. Oh yeah. Was there any other British League teams that you nearly signed for that nearly happened?
Yeah, Newcastle actually. I used to guest for Newcastle quite often, and always seemed to do quite well there. Again, that was a bumpy track with very tight corners, and at one stage I almost signed for Newcastle, but I think it might have been a choice between them or Wembley, and then eventually, had to go to Wembley. And then Glasgow, obviously, being as a kid, I was a Glasgow Tigers supporter.
Yeah.
Although when I grew up, I worked for Edinburgh, and I was never approached to ride for Glasgow. So that's another one. I might have gone that way, because when I was at White City, I liked the White City track. It's very, very fast, but quite tight as well. So.
What did you think of the Swindon track then? But I got to ask you that, haven't I?
Yeah, it was okay. Again, I only went there once or twice a year, maybe once a year, so I was never 100% fast there, But it was good, and the fans were good, and this nice stadium as well. Yeah. Oh, and Barney's, you say, it's his birthday as well. Yeah. And going back to the Glasgow thing I was saying, as a little boy, as I said, we lived not far from the Speedway track and Point City, and always went there every Wednesday night. Anyway, what happened was one of the Glasgow fans has been in touch, Ian McLean, to say that he bought this wooden rattle, you know, the wooden rattles that you used to have before the air horns.
Yeah, clackers.
He bought it in a second-hand shop in Glasgow, and it's painted red and white with tigers written on it, and Ted McKinley and Junior Briggs written on it, and he sent me some photos. And I said, gee, I had one very similar to that my dad had painted for me when I was a kid. And then he sent me another photo, and it's got my name on it. And you can't see, it's a wooden rattle that I had as a kid in Glasgow White City, when I must have been 9 or 10 years old.
That's a fine, isn't it?
I know it's lasted 200 years without.
200 years.
quite amazing, unbelievable. So it just shows what things can turn up and get second-hand shops.
Did you have any? Was there any injuries over the years, Bert? Was there any injuries that sort of held you back at all over your career?
One or two or several hundred, I think. There was. Yeah, you always get injuries. I mean, collarbone and Malaga broke it 3 times. As Tommy Cooper would say, I broke my leg in 3 places, so I shouldn't go to those places. Probably the worst one was I broke my back at Wimbledon, just in a stupid second half race at the end of the season. And it was dull and cold and the track was wet. And I just slid off the 3rd corner. Nothing spectacular. The other 2 riders missed me, but then Reg Luckhurst was behind. I think Reg was recording records at the time, and I think he was lying 4th. I think he must have been just practicing singing his latest record. He didn't notice that I was on the track, and as I was trying to sit up, he ran straight into my back and knocked out a lot of vertebrae. So I finished up in Royal Stanmore's orthopedic, flat on my back for 3 months. So that wasn't a nice experience, actually. Just had to sort of, hang in there. But the funny thing of everything's got a funny side to it. When I was in there was an Irishman, Paddy, came in to get his hip replaced. So he got that replaced, and then he was back out again. And then, as I said, I was in there for 3 months, and then I didn't ride until halfway through the next season. But I was fit. I was only riding maybe a few weeks, and I broke my leg at Hackney. And I was taken to the same hospital, in the same ward 1, and even in the same bed I was in before. That was very hard. That was hard to take psychologically.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was there, and Paddy came back in to get his other hip replaced. Oh, he said, "Hello, Jock." He said, "Are you still here after all this time?"
Yeah, from the time before.
Yeah. I said, "No, I said, I've been out, broken some bones."
Yeah. Jesus.
So, yeah, I mean, there's all those things that knock you back a bit, but, it's part of the job, isn't it? You've got to keep going.
Could have done with some air fences back then, that's for sure.
Yeah. I had a back protector on, but it was a type for the jockeys wore, the white foam ones that most riders have. But nowadays, the quality is so much better, so much safer.
Yeah.
With a hard shell and a soft inside.
Lighter and all sorts, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot better protection now, which is good,
That's nice from Gary as well. He just wrote as well, "Love Bert, he has always looked after me." Thanks Bert and the association. That's nice.
Yeah, no, Gary's a good supporter of the WSLA, and he comes to all our events. And he was at the dinner with the other boys a couple of weeks ago, and enjoy the rusty nails before the dinner. we have a Scottish suite there, and Jeff Craythorne and Ronnie Anderson mix up the rusty nails, which is a mixture of whiskey and Drambuie.
Yeah.
And to show the Scots are not mean, all the guests get these free of charge. And if they can still walk, they could go downstairs for dinner afterwards.
I'll have a good sniff of that. I thought that'd be about it.
No, you can try it next year.
Yeah, I will. I will try it. Yeah, no worries. Love that. Love that. It'd be good to meet Steady and all that as well.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, we had Ovi Swindon over this year too, which was very
I saw that. Yeah, I saw all the pictures every year. It looks really good. Looks really good. That's what's making me do that. I could have gone to that.
Yeah.
But I've literally spoke to Jill Graham about it now, and we're definitely going to go together. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're definitely going to be there.
I'll keep pestering you to make sure you come along.
Yeah, definitely going to come along. Was there any riders in your career? Was there any riders that you didn't particularly like racing with much? That were a bit naughty on the track, or was there any riders like that for you?
Yeah, not really. I mean, there were some riders very hard. You had to be careful just getting close to them, but overall, it's pretty good. Maybe Rider I was the only one that had any problems with, but we still survived okay.
Barney Kennett, I heard he was a bit dodgy, wasn't
he? I think he was, but fortunately I only met Barney at the end of my career when I came down to Canterbury, so I didn't catch him when he was he was at his best then, but I didn't catch him earlier on, so he probably had me through the safety fence or something like that.
Oh, Mr. Shrockler has just said, Bert, it's past your bedtime.
He should talk. Good enough, Peter.
That can't be true, Peter, because I've seen Bert. I had a picture with him at the end of the night at Oxford, and I'm sure it's gone 10, so it can't be.
Well, actually, Oxford do a really good job for all the fans. You can wander through the pits before the meeting.
Yeah, that's very good.
Get a VIP ticket. You can watch a couple of races from the inside to the track. Perfect, really. So, yeah. And
doing a cracking job.
You might even meet Barney Kennett there too. Get your foot taken.
Yeah, we definitely meet Barney there. Get this. Peter's just said he's the last one to leave at Oxford. Is that true, Bert?
Yeah. He's usually pretty late. Pretty good off the pizza and the fish and chips, and that's it. Yeah,
I like a bit of that, eh? If I had to ask you, Bert, to mention the best 3 riders you've ever ridden against in your career, who would you say? Excuse me. No pressure on nothing.
No, it's quite a few. I mean, going back the way like George Hunter and Jimmy Mack on the Scottish side, they were both fantastic riders, very natural riders. George was a super fast gaiter, but he was very, very nervous. If you saw him in the pits, he'd be sitting on his fuel can, he'd have a cigarette in his hand, and his hands would be shaking. And you think, he's not going to be able to race that bike. And he'd go out and just jump out and start, and he was gone. So he was really good. And then, obviously, people like Ivan was quite smooth. Barry was all action, Barry Briggs. And the late Tommy Jansen was excellent. Just such a smooth style, good to watch. But, there's so many, it's very hard to, put your finger on one particular rider. Everyone's good in their own era, different eras. I mean, you probably go back before the war with Sprouse Elder or someone like that. And speaking of Sprouse Elder, we've also got a display of his gear at the Speedway Museum too. Someone in California phoned us up and sent us some Sprouse Elder memorabilia. like his goggles and his steel shoe and the book that he wrote, from Lads Speedway. So
yeah, because I was talking.
Really,
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Because I was speaking to the Grahams, and I think that someone had had some levers of Andy's that he didn't know was there, so they were selling them or something like that. And yeah, so that was amazing that they got them back. So that was good.
yeah.
Amazing.
A lot of stuff in the museum. Some stuff we own, some is just on loan.
Yeah.
What are donated. So we've got a list of everything in there. So if anyone wants the stuff back, they just contact us. That's it. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, if you had to give any good advice, Bert, to any youngsters out there wanting to take up speedway or wanted to be a professional speedway, what would you say to them guys?
Yeah, it's a tough sport to break into, but obviously, if you get a chance to ride on any tracks anywhere, just to get the experience and just keep going. From my side, what helped me was to spend the winter in Australia the first year, because when I came back, I was, a better rider that way. And I would say if any young guys could have managed to make a trip out to Aussie in the winter time, not only will they enjoy it, but then have to look after themselves for that season, then they'll come back a much more mature rider, really. So, but I see quite often you see a junior rider, a young rider, is already looking for lots of sponsorships, which you really need quite a bit of help now because there's so much expense involved.
Sure.
Going back to when the 2-hour Jawas were running, compared with the wages and the points money, it was expensive to have a 2-hour or 4-hour Jawa. So it's all relative to the year or the cost of living, everything like that.
What do you think about all the electric bikes coming in? They're coming into the motocross now, and they've been at some of my meetings that I've had recently. And I don't know if the speedway side of things could ever do that either. But
I think the good thing is that you won't have any noise problems. But then that's part of the romance of speedway is the noise and the smell of the Castellar. And now with the silencers on the bikes too, it's a lot away from the actual atmosphere. There's always a great one for the atmosphere in speedway that before you see some of the old photographs, and it's solely the track that's lit up with the floodlights. The centre green is dark, and the grandstands are dark. So all you see is the riders on this bit of track. And the very first time I came down to Wembley for a Royal Final to watch as a kid, came down on the overnight bus from Glasgow. And it's so spectacular watching these bikes were all chrome at that time, chrome jabs, and you'd watch them from the grandstand and everything was sparkle, the handlebars, the wheels, the mudguards, and it just added to the whole evening's entertainment,
Before we go, Bert, I was going to ask you as well, with the WRSA, the World Speedway Riders Association, if anyone didn't know, how do these guys, so just so they know that it's not just riders that can become members, as we sort of touched on earlier on, but any of the speedway community, well, anyone that wants to be part of it can get involved. How do they go about doing that?
Yeah, that's quite true. Initially, as I said, it was for riders only, but now we have associate membership for supporters, photographers, mechanics, anybody, and we've got a website that you can check up and you can join on the website as well, which is WSRA-speedway@outlook.com. And the membership runs from January to December. So joining now, it's quite the ideal time.
Yes.
And we also do 4 editions of our magazine, Tapes Up, goes out free to the members.
Yep.
And the other good benefit too is that with the membership, you get free entry into Paradise Wildlife Park and the Speaker Museum. So it's a good, well done. That's the Memorial Garden, which is adjacent to the Speedway Museum in the park. And it's well worth a visit. It's a terrific day out because after the Speedway side, you can wander around the park and see white lions, tigers, and and the front cover there, we sponsored the Benevolent Fund meeting, so that also helps the injured riders too.
As well.
Yeah, we joining the association. You're also helping. We are a charity, so you're helping injured riders and in general and young riders too.
Yeah, amazing. And I do love the wildlife part as well with my daughters. We always like the animal parks and wildlife parks and all sorts. So that'd be perfect to do both. Speedway and animals, brilliant.
That's good.
Can I have a big cuddle with a big bear, Barney Kennett as well?
Once he doesn't bite. Yeah. Well, you can always go and feed the tiger or one of the lion or something. Yep, that's it.
There you go. Gary's in there. Look, he just said use to have the forms to fill out. I'll have to. I'll put the website out, and if you give me any of the details you want me to put on it, I should post it all over my medias and stuff with the website and all that. Yeah, that'd be good to do. I'll do that as well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll be doing some new social media stuff too coming up in the new year, so everybody will be able to sort of watch what's going on.
Yeah, get sharing it and all that. Share, like and all that. We've got to get down with the kids, Bert. We've got to share, like and all that.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good day out. You'll enjoy all of it.
That's nice from Lawrence.
Like without that comment, you.
Yeah.
And I like the photograph at the side, the little guy in the kilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the rusty nails. Yeah. Lawrence knows all about those, actually.
Yeah.
Probably the only guy that can cook food, drunk in charge of a wheelchair. Yeah. It's quite nice that at the dinner we were able to give Lawrence a little motor speedway rider of himself, and I had a framed photograph beside it of Lawrence, so that's quite nice, actually.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I met up with Lawrence and that, not last Cardiff, the Cardiff before, him and Dewey, his brother, and everything. So that was really, really nice to meet them in person and stuff. So that was really good. So I'd like to mingle with them guys as well, for sure.
Yes, yeah. No, well, the new edition that tapes up, the winter edition is due out later this week, actually.
How is it?
So anybody joining up will get this edition, and they'll also get the previous one, the summer edition too.
Oh, right.
Or the rather, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to join.
Yes. Any info you want me to post, I can always do that in my group and stuff like that, Bert, so never let me know.
Thank you very much. I shall remember that. We'll do that.
No worries. Love to help out with that.
Yeah, because really, a lot of the boys, when they retire from Speedway, they quite often don't want to know anything more about Speedway, but then they come back later on.
Yeah.
And the boys that have joined the WSRA, they're all very happy with what they've done, and they've met up with lots of their old friends and rivals too. So you'll be very welcome.
Yes. Do you guys do anything down to Cardiff?
We did before. That was quite difficult because the fan zone is quite a long way from the track. Moving the stuff back and forward. But we've got a new WSLA marquee. You might have seen in some of the photographs. So we're doing some other road shows as well, and hopefully, just spread the word.
Yeah. should get outside the stadium because I see there's a bit in there, just like that sort of bit before you walk up. There's a few people that go around there. Maybe we should get some out there.
Yeah. No, we'll sort something out for Cardiff for sure. As I say, we've got Barney and Gary out on the road as well, so they're persuading people to join too.
Yeah. I'd get along for sure. Wait till I tell Barney. He's saying about Cardiff next year. I haven't told him yet that I'm going in the pits again. He was going, how did you get in there? I was like, no, dude. Secret. Yeah, that was an experience. But yeah, definitely get down there as well. But yeah, I'll get all that information out there for sure.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah, because you're still involved a lot in the motocross side, and obviously,
exactly, yeah.
When I finished Speedway, most of our business was to do with motocross. Speedway is a smaller part of it, so we had like the Scott Goggles and the Chavez Plastics and Troy Lee. It was all into the motocross world. So still quite a lot of friends out there too.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say they all know about Bert Harkins racing. Yeah, they all know about Bert Harkins racing. All my era of racing as well in the 90s and all that. Remember it well. Oh, hello. What's Doug saying about here? Tell Bert to do his research. I raced in 2 world semi-finals, 1 in Russia and 1 in Grenoble, was that?
Yep. Very good, Douglas. Thank you. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
You're a braver man than I am, Gungadin, because ice racing is very dangerous. It's one thing to get run over by a speedway bike, but to get run over by an ice racing bike, you finish up like a tea bag with all these little holes.
Yeah, that was a bit of a scary one, that. Suits Bruce, doesn't it?
But for Dougie to ride on the ice, but then they also rode in Australia, so he's going from the extreme cold to the extreme heat.
Yeah.
And then in between you get Sheffield, where it can be anything.
Yeah. I heard it's warmer than Scotland, though. Is that true?
I hope so. I think the habits are coming out now, so that's okay.
Yeah, we're not graced with it in the UK anyway. Really, are we? It's extremes all the time now, isn't it? Oh, Doug spoke. I do appreciate your time, Bert. I enjoyed that. Oh, we're gonna have to play this as well, Bert, because I normally play this pre when we come on. So we're gonna play it now. The video.
Yeah, well, I just need to apologise for not getting the pictures up properly.
Here we go. Let's just play this video that I would have played normally before you come on, just so that everyone can see it as well, so that we've played it. Obviously, I made that. Beautiful.
Thank you very much, Neil. You could have used the black bear as a signature tune.
Yeah. I'll send you that. I'll send you that video as well. And anyone that was busy tonight couldn't see it live will be recorded. This will be. I'll get the link out there tomorrow, and you guys can share it on your own social medias or whatever. And yeah, I'll put it in the groups. And all the interviews are all recorded to the YouTube channel, so you can check that out whenever you want. Thank you very much, Mr. Harkins.
Okay, thank you, Lee. It's been quite an evening, and
we got there.
Apologies again for not looking up on the video. But I can see you, so that's okay.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone recognised me when I first come on, Bert, with the old shaved face. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be a beer to be back soon anyway for Christmas and all that. You know, grey Santa Claus and all that. Everyone's sending all their love. Everyone's sending all their love. Look, Bert on screen. Do appreciate it.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to all the Jews.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. Big love to you all. I will, like I said, I'll keep you all updated what's happening. Doing a live draw tomorrow for the Ryan Villapoto signed shirt. But I did mention to them all, Bert, that I've got quite a few Speedway competitions coming up with the jacket, a golden hammer, signed books, and stuff like that. So I'll be putting that out there soon. So thank you so much, Bert, for your time. I appreciate it, my friend.
No problem. No bother.
And we'll have to get you on again so we can get you on camera.
Yeah, that is.
We'll have to get you on in the new year. We'll get you on in the new year, but you can bring your get your Scottish cap on and all that, and then we'll have another chat.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Bert. Much love. Thank you, Bert. Cheers, buddy. Brilliant. So at least we got there, and we managed to do something tonight. I'm glad we did, because I was worried we weren't going to get anything in tonight then, especially after we rearranged it. So thanks to Bert for doing that. We know that's always a backup option, I guess. That's a good thing to think about if ever have real bad issues. We can do that as well, I guess, as a backup. But we'll have to get Bert on in the new year so we can see him on screen as well. We've got to get this man on as well, Mr. Stead. We need to get a date in, Mr. Stead. I'll give you a message after we come off here. Let's get shimmying on a date. Much love, Mr. Kennett. He's my favourite. He makes you feel part of the family. He's such a nice man. Yeah, because I'm always like, when you go to these things, even to go to the Speedway, and I'm such a fanboy, and you always get nervous seeing everyone and everything. But Barney always makes you feel good and feel part of it. So I appreciate him. It's really cool. Yeah, for sure. And Bert's normally always at the Oxford as well, so it's good to see him. Can see Bert, see quite a few of the riders go up to Oxford. I'm only just saying that because I'm like down from Swindon, and popped to Oxford a couple of times this year. Was good, and I'll definitely be going a few more times next year. It's pretty exciting for the league, and well, for British Speedway and Oxford to have 3 teams in the league. It's amazing. Fair play to them for doing that. So looking forward to that. It's not too far for us. It's only an hour or just under, or whatever. Yes, I have spoke to Mr. Lawson. I bumped into him at in Cardiff pits, and I said to him, "I'd love to do an interview with you, mate." And he was like, "Oh, right, okay, yeah." And I think he's on Twitter, so I'll get back in touch with him as well, because I did message him on Twitter, but he didn't answer. But I'll chase him back up again. Because obviously he was mechanicking for who was he mechanicking for? Oh, Bewley. Yes, Bewley. Sorry, he was mechanicking for Bewley, and I was just walking out of the pits up the hill back out, and bumped into him, and I had a picture with him, and yeah, I'd like to get him on as well. That'd be good. I think Colin Richardson on tonight. I've been chasing that man as well, so hopefully we can get Colin Richardson on. Just trying to think who else I was trying to chase. Because I was thinking he was at, yeah, there we go. Look, it was right at the end. Caught him on the way out. So that was nice. So this March the 14th then, is this where they're going to have all the bikes in it? I'm just going to check my dates thing that I know I'm definitely doing some commentary on. Hopefully I don't think it started that early, so I think I'm going to be all right for that. March the 30th and 31st. Beautiful. This is the first one I'm doing as it stands. So when's that? March the 31st. Yes, that's like 2 weeks after. Beautiful. You sure is it 14th, is it, Barney? Oh, that's Oxford's first meeting. So when's this one? Because I was just about to say that's in a week. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and go to that first one then. But when's the what he was talking about as well with what Bert was talking about with this get together with the Speedway guys? Hopefully it's not on the 30th and 31st. So that's the first Metacross commentary one I'm doing. Thanks for coming on, Neil. See, Bert liked your profile picture as well with the little man with his kilt on was cool. Thanks, Bob, for coming on. Cheers, Graham. Going to get loads of interviews in this month as well now I'm out of Facebook jail. I think I might have shared some content in too many groups or something. I think that's what it was. But yeah, 6 days, a bit weird, isn't it? And you'd think that all these algorithms and robots online and all that, you'd think they would recognise what's actual content and what actual what spam is, I guess. So hopefully won't happen again. But yeah, it was a bit of a long 6 days. But I'm doing a live draw tomorrow for the signed Villapoto. I've been chasing up interviews. Like I said, I'm rearranging the Richard Knight interview, still doing that. So I'll speak to him again. A few of the guys that are on tonight I'm chasing. Going to do a Christmas one with Mr Davis. That'll be fun. If you don't like swearing, maybe miss that one out. Jesus. Oh, the 17th. So that's... lost it now. Where have I gone? So that was the 14th, didn't you? So it's Thursday the 14th, the first meeting. Oh, right. Okay. So it's that Sunday as well. Okay. So that could be a good week, isn't it? Keep me in the loop, Barney, because I'd be up for both of them. And I so want to go to this museum. That's perfect for me. And see some animals as well. I love doing that. And yeah, because I did speak to Bert and he said I could sort out a plaque thing to put up for Dad there as well. It would be nice because I know they've got a lot of plaques in loving memories of riders and stuff. So I'd love to do one for Dad. The old boy, I'm sure you'd have loved that. Yeah, love to go there and that museum and stuff, especially like you said, there's loads of people there with bikes and all sorts of stuff like that. I've seen all of it all online before on Facebook and Barney's pictures and all that. And every time I see it, I think, damn, I should have gone there. So definitely going to go to that the dinner thing next year. I've already spoke to Jill Graham about that, so we're all hooking that up. Me, Lainey, Jill, and Andy are definitely going to go. We'll stay over and all that night, so can have a few sherbets. Yeah, I'd love to, mate. Would be. What about Gordon? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Proper legend. That'd be nice. Hopefully, you can sort that out, Barney, and get. That'd be really nice to have a plaque for Gordon, wouldn't it? Just yeah, I was super sad, and I so glad I met him as well because I was pretty starstruck. Oh, and then my mum obviously knows a lot of you riders and stuff, which she went around with Dad. But I was like, Jesus Christ, it's like Gordon Kennett. Mental. Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, that'd be cool, mate. That'd be cool. Much love, my friend. Hope you're okay as well. Hope you're good, mate. See, you've been busy and stuff, so it's really nice. Always watch all your Facebook and photos and stuff like that. Makes you happy when you look at stuff like that. It's good, mate. You're a ledge. Right, much love to you all. I will leave you with my dad's quote that you said to me before he unfortunately left us in this world. He said to me, "It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice." So we'll do our best to try and live by that. Much love to you all that come on. Thanks very much. We managed to sort that out in the end with Bert. We got by, so happy with that. And yeah, I'll keep you all in the loop of what interviews I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do as much as I can over the winter with the darker nights and that, with people a bit in a bit more. But like I said, you can go on my YouTube channel anytime, Motocross and Speedway Memories. Subscribe would be nice. It's free to subscribe. You can go on there and there's loads of videos to catch up there in your own time if you're off over Christmas, all sorts of things like that. It's nice to, if you're like going on your iPads and stuff in bed, and it's nice to go through them. I've actually got to try and watch some interviews I'd love to watch, but I've not watched it back any yet. So I would love to reminisce over some of them, because when you're in the middle of it and you're looking at the comments, looking at pictures, sometimes it's a blur. You need to reminisce, eh? Yes, talk to you soon, my friend. Much love. And good night and God bless to you all, and speak to you all soon. Anyone that was in that competition, like I said, I'm doing the live draw tomorrow night, and then I'm definitely starting a new Speedway comp tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Have a couple of numbers would be good. We'll have a bit of fun, and I'll only do like maximum 60 numbers, so the odds are quite good as well if you have a couple of numbers. Just gonna have a bit of fun, and yeah, got some cool memorabilia as I've showed you. We've got the golden hammer, I think I mentioned the painted program board of my Uncle Martin, and Barry Briggs has signed it and all that. Broadbank, Phil Crump. Got a Yano Pedersen signed, framed picture that he confirmed was his. So that's cool. Oh, no problem, Mr. Harkins. Well, it's just a pleasure to get you on, my friend. And definitely we'll do another one in the new year, so we can get you on screen as well. We'll have another good chat. I'll try and dig out some, although I know for a fact there was loads of other photos as well, because I know I can normally get around about 100 on here. So I've definitely can find another 100, no problem. So well, I'll have all different pictures, and I'm sorry to say, but I am sad enough to know if I've seen a picture or not before. So, and that's one of my favorite parts as well. People don't realize that. I know it does take time to sort it all out and dig it all out the pictures, but I really do love that part. As soon as a rider agrees to me to do an interview, I literally go in everywhere, all sorts of places that people wouldn't even think about. There's like there's Flickr, and I go on Pinterest. I just go on all sorts of stuff, all sorts of apps you wouldn't even think about or don't know about. I go in to search for photos. So you find some beauties, and then I go right deep into people's albums, like they first posted in 2000 and whatever in Facebook 20 years ago or whatever. But yeah, I dig deep on all of that, and I do enjoy it because I love photos. That's how we reminisce, and so it's cool to do that. That's why I like taking the pictures as well with motocross and stuff. Run home to see what they're like and all that. Don't know about running home, but so yeah. But yeah, I do love that process. Most people probably wouldn't, but I do love that process of finding the pictures and seeing them, and I love it when some of the riders say they haven't seen. When Bert said that he hadn't seen some of them as well, so I thought so that was cool. And like I said, I definitely know there's loads more I found, so I could definitely use another fresh 100 pictures, and we can dance in the new year. Would be good, and then get you on screen. Hopefully we'll get that organised. Much love to you all. Enjoyed that tonight. I'll put that out tomorrow and share it. It'd be appreciated if you share the post, and then some more Speedway fans will see the interviews, which is always good. Much love to you all.